What up? What up? What's poppin', everybody? I see the chat. I see the chat. Shout out Tuxedo Mask for being first in the chat, homie. A little golf clap there. But no, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Space Kid. Yo, Jacob, what's poppin', homie? Gabe, what's poppin', homie? Tony M, what's poppin', homie? What's poppin'? What do we got to talk about today on Pyru? Bro, thumbnail had me dying, LOL. It's like, shit, bro. Dana White survived the White House shooting. It was going to be a different thumbnail. It was going to be about the boxer who got jumped and hospitalized. But I was like, fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Let's run up Dana White surviving the White House shooting. One tough cookie. Airy. LOL, we here though. Yeah, I last minute switched the Dana White thumbnail just because I thought it was probably a little bit better. I thought it was kind of funnier. You feel me? But I mean, what to talk about today? What to talk about? A couple things to talk about. The main thing, new footage of Dana, camped out on top of a table. Put his dirty ass on top of a table where people are supposed to eat. That's his first thought. Let me hike my dirty ass up on this table, get a bird's eye view of what's going on, of all the action. Guy completely unbothered. So we'll look at this video. It's nothing really crazy, but this is the news. This is what MMA news has come to. And then we'll take a look at this boxer who got jumped and shit, see if there's any new details on it. Honestly, I didn't even watch the Aljo press conference last night. I don't know about you guys, but I just tuned in to the last minute of it. Turned on the live stream.
There's a couple of adjustments I would make in a fight.
I tuned in to the first minute of it, or the last minute of it, and it was like where Aljo said he would love to take that motherfucker, Movsar Evloev's O, and then he's like, I'm not calling you a motherfucker, literally. You're just a motherfucker. And honestly, that's all I saw. So maybe we could watch the post-fight press conference, but maybe we just shouldn't. Maybe we just shouldn't. I could probably save you the trouble. Aljo campaigning for a title shot. It's all fake. It's all BS fake shooting. Yeah, I got a lot of bookmarks. That's mostly what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the boxer, and we're going to talk about the fake shooting. Thank you, Tuxedo, for the $2 dono. So, honestly, I don't know how long I'll be live, however long this takes. But let's do the quick ones. And then let's do the hard-hitting topics. Here's Aljo calling out Movsar after the win over Volk.
There's a couple of adjustments I would make in a fight with the rematch with Movsar. The first fight, I took his ass down probably 6 or 7 times. He took me down from catching a kick. He got no actual offensive takedowns in that fight. And again, respect to him. He won the fight because of whatever. And the second round, he won. I can never deny that. The third round, I thought was razor close. 3.5 minutes versus 90 seconds of control that he was able to eke out, and he got the nod. Kudos to him. I can't control the judges. But there's a couple adjustments I would make in that fight. So if we do get to run it back, I would gladly oblige, and I would love to take that motherfucker's O. And I know Russians don't like motherfucker, but motherfucker means something different in the USA, so don't get mad. It's not disrespectful, it's just motherfucker, It's just the way we talk over here. He's like, don't call me motherfucker, don't call me motherfucker. I do not fuck my mother.
Gets me every time. That shit gets me every time. Honestly, Aljo might be funny enough to get himself a high-profile matchup in his next fight. But I mean, bro, Movsar just beat Lerone. There's ain't no way you're fighting Movsar. Just ain't no way. Movsar versus Volk next. You know, Aljo, he can have Gene Silva. He can have Lerone Murphy, who's coming off a loss if he really wants it. But I mean, this is the state of MMA, you know. Aljamain Sterling coming off a win over Yusuf Zalal in last night's main event and calls out Movsar Evloev, the current number one contender, the past due number one contender who just got a win in an undefeated versus undefeated number one contender matchup. You know, that's who Aljo is calling out. It's like, this is MMA in the Big 26, boys. This is it. As if it wasn't bad enough that necessarily, like, we had to watch Aljo versus Yusuf in the main event last night. As if that wasn't bad enough. You know, now we got Aljo calling out Movsar Evloev. It's like, oh, gosh. I mean, Aljo, I'll give it to you. You're funny, homie. You're funny, but mix up that funniness and make a realistic call out next time, because funniness with an unrealistic call out ain't never going to happen. But funniness with a realistic call out, you know, a little bit above where you deserve, okay. And, you know, I think that might be Lerone or Gene Silva. That's what I think. Aljo looking tough with his rum bottle. He think rum gonna help him, Evloev. Tony says Islam Poirier again. Tony, what? Islam Poirier again. Hooting was like Aljo's title win. Fake. Oh, the shooting was like Aljo's title win. Fake. Yeah, except Aljo beat Peter in the rematch. So then it certified his belt, Tuxedo. Can't forget that. But thank you for the $2 dono, homie. UFC hates Sterling. UFC is dead. I was actually going to speak about Sterling and his rum bottles. I think I said this in the past, but I saved a tweet from MMA Joey because he said the same thing as me. It's like, bro, him carrying around his rum bottle and wearing the chain, I get it. He's trying to market, but it's like so obvious. And like the whole thing is just not a good idea. You know, he wasn't name brand enough to get his liquor going in the first place. You know, he saw what Full Send was doing. You know, the Nelk boys. He saw what Connor was doing, and he's like, I want to get in on that. That's what the ballers are doing. But it's like, bro, you missed one big component. These ballers have a big fan base who they can sell to. You're out here, you know, trying to, your fan base ain't even working. You know, you got to bring out your chain and your rum bottle every chance you get on the UFC's cameras, because, you know, it's just not enough of an audience to promote your drink on your own. No offense to Aljo on that. I'm just saying, you know, him in the Funk Harbor rum. Like, for example, when Merab lost his title fight to Peter Yan and Aljo and Merab were in the ambulance, Aljo was promoting his Funk Harbor rum, you know, during Merab's little ambulance video. He pans over to Aljo. Aljo got the bottle of rum in his hand. He's sipping on it. You know, it's no different than your homie, you know, who thought he could create a clothing brand and just ended up wearing all the merchandise and giving it away. You know, that's that's what I get from Aljo and the Funk Harbor rum. And I hate to hate on it, but I'm just telling you, I feel like, you know, Aljo not making any sales. He drinking the merchandise. He giving it away as gifts, you know, saving a little bit of money here and there. Here's a couple bottles of my Funk Harbor tequila or rum, right, for your birthday. He drinking it in the spirit of advertising. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but the Funk Harbor, I mean, homie, get something else going. Now, Dana, let's do the quick video. Just Dana completely unbothered. I mean, this is goofy. This is goofy. Everyone's trolling Dana. It's like everybody, you know, fearful for their lives. And then Dana, for some odd reason, hiked up on a table. Dirty ass on the table. What a buyer seller. Pro tip, if someone gives you money, just tell them they are right. Shout out to Tux. All right, Tux, you always right in my book, homie. Um, it's not even that the UFC's dead. We have better talent, just shittier fights. Like, what the fuck? These matchmakers are goofballs sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of things, Space Kid. It's the fact that we're signing Gable Steveson early as fuck, you know, signing Buchecha when we don't need to. Let's sign real good fighters. Why are we still signing, you know, national champion wrestlers with no experience, um, world champion black belts with no experience in the Big 26? It's crazy to me. It's actually crazy. That was a good knockout. That delivered us a good knockout. Maybe that's why the UFC is doing it. It's like, let's take these guys with big fan bases from other martial arts. Let's put them in the ring and let's get them knocked the fuck out. And let's build up some of our guys we already got on the roster. I don't know. That's the only play I could see there, signing Gable. There's no way Gable's going to succeed, and everyone eats it up. You know, everyone eats it up like Gable's going to be a champion. I got a gut feeling now that I just said what I said, that the UFC signing Gable for the opposite reason you guys think. You know, they're going to get him knocked out, and they're going to build, you know, one of their own fighters through Gable Steveson. You think Gable Stevenson's getting past Ryan Spann? Drop that in the chat. You guys think Gable Steveson gets past Ryan Spann? We just saw what he did last night. Gable Steveson can wrestle. He don't got no subs. He don't got no striking. He's short and fat for the division. DC 2.0. What happened to DC? He had to move down to light heavy. Not because he was necessarily undersized, but also DC a fighter, bro. Gable ain't even half a DC. Oh, Poirier called Islam motherfucker during face-off and got a little heated. Damn straight. Yeah, Tux, you always right, homie. I don't know what I was thinking. I was tripping. Aljo getting slept on Russian Tough by that Russian crash out is classic. That is classic. Drinking the merchandise. It's probably going to fail. It's a hard business to be successful. I know. That's the problem. He should have invested in like real estate or something else, bro. Liquor. Even Connor, nobody was drinking proper 12 like that. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think proper 12 had an initial big spike when like Connor first dropped it, but everyone was like, after a while, they're like, oh, proper 12 is just like this novelty whiskey. You know, Maker's Mark is better than proper 12, you know? Proper 12 is like super light. I guess if you're not a drinker, proper 12 will be chill. I feel like a good amount of people were drinking that proper 12. No, that's why I said, I think initially they were, but once that phase wore off, it wasn't like proper 12 was good enough. Like, it's not a name brand still, right? Like, people don't be like, yo, bring over proper 12. It's not even a part of the conversation. It's not even carried in bars. In South Orange County, right, you cannot find proper 12 in a bar. You're going to get Maker's Mark, you know, you're going to get Woodford Reserve, you're going to get, you know, these types of things. Knob Creek, that's what you're getting. You ain't getting no proper 12. So it's there's a catch with it. Yeah, bro, when the homie's like, quote unquote, hey, break out the proper 12. Jew, you took the words out of my mouth. I assume you wrote this chat before I said it. And it's true. It's true. Nobody says, hey, bring over that proper 12. But initially, when it first dropped, me and all the homies bought it, you know. So there was a initial spike. But within 6 months, proper 12, you know. UFC's dead. Poirier got a bottle also. He don't really promote it though, that I've seen. Well, the hot sauce is actually pretty decent, you know, and I bet you it's way less overhead, bro. That tequila, oh my gosh, bro. These guys are tripping. You know, Dustin Poirier, he made a product that's like fucking peppers and water, you know? Maybe a little seasoning, but that's all it is. It's like peppers, water, a little bit of seasoning. It's hot sauce. Poirier also a better promoter than Aljo though. Aljo needs to I don't want to get on Aljo too much. I don't even know what he needs to do. Poirier hot sauce, all right, a little thick though. Never tried it. I'm not a spicy guy. They milked the stars from like 2016 and 2020 for 6 years too long. Like, why is Gaethje still at the top of the division? No, I feel that. I mean, they're still milking them, bro. And they just didn't create any new ones. I'm telling you guys, Contender Series is like the death of the UFC. A lot of people don't believe me. But okay, look at the two champions who came off Contender Series, Sean and fucking Jamal. How about that? LFG, what up, Andrew? Is Proper 12 still Connor's drink? Heard they dropped him during the allegations early last year. I think he sold it. Ain't even half of DC. Felt that. Yeah, DC a scrapper. He a fighter. There, you won't find any footage of Gable, you know, getting chippy on that wrestling mat. DC, on the other hand, come on now. Cael Sanderson's greatest rival, DC a beast. And Cael Sanderson would have destroyed Gable Steveson. Even though they weren't even heavyweight. Got a Proper 12 bottle on my shelf, guessing a lot of fans also bought it just to put it on their shelf. I was going to say, you and everyone else, Tony. That's probably the first and last Proper 12 bottle you ever bought. The fuck is Proper 12? Yeah, Connor's whiskey brand that he sold. Where do they carry the DDP hot sauce? I kind of fuck with the thick texture. No Diddy, homie. Holy shit, no Diddy, Space Kid. Like DC said, Space Kid, you gotta put a pause after that one. I kind of fuck with the thick texture. Connor sold the brand. Yes, he did, Eric. What's poppin', homie? I see everybody filing in. I bought it on his website a while back, but I seen a couple of his flavors at Walmart before. Oh yeah. Walmart is one of the keys. Get your items in Walmart. Get your items on the Amazon shop. You're not gonna find it in Ralph's. You might in like the novelty section, but how is that no Diddy? You like the thick texture. If you don't know, homie, I'm gonna save it. But yeah, the thick texture. Come on now. That sounds like a baddie explaining, you know. Don't make me say it. But yeah, that sounds like a baddie explaining how it was. You like, did you like that, baby? She like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the thick texture. Shout out to Space Kid. Okay, yeah, Dana looking around. Tough cookie. Shout out Jew. The smirk is crazy. And for the record, I just want to say this about Dana. Space Kid dropping the Sean Brady. I just want to say this about Dana. I might have said this last night. I know what it is for Dana. It's very unappealing to us, but you guys have to understand from Dana's perspective, this is his last generation to have fun, to even be slightly hanging on to being hip, right? Nobody is hip and cool when they're 60, 70 years old. I think Dana's still hanging on to the 50s. He almost 60. But I mean, this is his last go, right? Once he's 60, it's only down from there. You can't even really try to be cool anymore. You're 60. You know, so this is Dana's last ride. Dana's last hurrah at stealing all the headlines, being popular, being cool, being in. You know, they're like, how old are you? He like 50, 56. You know, it still works a little bit. But when he's 60, it ain't gonna work. So right now, you know, Dana out there, he banging the cocktail waitress at the casino, right? He doing that now. But when he's 60, the cocktail waitress ain't really gonna want it. I mean, she probably will because it's Dana. But I mean, I'm trying to give you guys some context as to like Dana's last two Raw. You know, he 50, he on his last two Raw, he kicking it with Steve Will Do It. You know, he's sitting on tables. Def last time being cool. Space Kid, it's like Dana's senior year in high school. This is what I get from Dana. This is what Dana gives. You know, senior year of high school, you know, the bad boy of the class. That's what Dana gives. Senior year of high school. You know, he only got 4 classes. Goes home after lunch. I mean, this, you know, hence no press conferences. This is Dana's last, you know, last time being cool. Senior year of high school. LMAO. That's what he gives though, bro. Sitting on the table just gave it away. It's like, dude, what are you? Like 18 again? Sitting on the this is what I did in definitely Dana Def the senior hitting on the freshman. Yeah, exactly. Now you're getting it. This is what I used to do in high school. When, you know, we used to sit on top of the table. Because we're like 18-year-olds trying to look cool. Dana doing it kind of goofy. I mean, also Dana Prop thinking, I'm the promoter of the top fight league in the world. I can't be seen as a pussy. Maybe. You think that many thoughts ran through his head? That bald ass head of his? Dana's 5'2" tops. I saw him in person. How tall is Dana, bro?
What are we doing?
Damn, you're okay.
Guys running in with guns, and they were screaming, "Get down!" I didn't get down. It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in, and it was a pretty crazy, unique experience.
Yeah, so that's, you know, Dana. Tough ass cookie Dana. And since we're doing this, let's just do the whole thing. I got a ton of bookmarks, bro. Everyone calling this shit fake, so let's just go through it. Let's just go through it. This, we'll have some funny shit too. Like let's look at Klay Thompson. You know, Meg the Stallion breaking up with Klay Thompson. I got all the bookmarks. Klay Thompson cheated on Meg. Fuck Meg. We don't fuck with Meg the Stallion. Okay, so here's one clip. Holy shit, Fox News just cut one of their reporters off as they seem to indicate the shooting was a pre-planned false flag. There's so much to this, bro, but check this out. I mean, I haven't even seen it. Haven't even seen this. I don't know if I said this, but Tux, thank you for the $2 dono for the Dana White comment. I seen a clip of Brendan Schaub saying he was Eskimo Bros with Dana talking about Rhonda. Me too. And Schaub dated Rhonda. I know. I can't believe Schaub dated Rhonda. I was shocked. Dana White did. Oh gosh, Bloodhound. What are we doing here, B? Brendan Schaub. It was actually a UFC fan, and Dana was the target. So there's a lot. I mean, just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but again, you know, the guy who did the shooting allegedly, he been on TV before. Okay, the woman, the blonde lady, like the speaker for the White House or something like that, the PR lady, she said we're gonna have some shots fired, word for word. You know, now here's a reporter on Fox News apparently insinuating it was a false flag. Everyone calling it fake. So I'm gonna show you guys all the videos right now. Why are they fucking with us, the government? Tux, do you have any ideas? I don't know.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Levitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened, and then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you do a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some.
Sounds like we lost.
Next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened, and then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you do a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some.
Okay, they cut off her mic, but she didn't say anything about a false flag. She didn't even insinuate it.
Sounds like we lost Aisha's phone there. And this happens, by the way, especially when you have so many people attempting to utilize this.
It says, holy shit, Fox News just cut one of the reporters off as they seem to indicate the shooting was pre-planned false flag. Oh, maybe because they predicted it? Let's hear this again.
I want to just quickly tell you, I was sitting next to Caroline Levitt, the press secretary's husband. He was one of our guests. He was seated right next to me, and right as the dinner was starting, the national anthem happened, and then he kind of leaned over and said, I watched you on TV, you do a great job. You need to be very safe. And he was just very serious when he said that to me. And he kind of looked around the room and he said, there are some.
There's something around the room. Okay, it does kind of sound like it, like he was about to go there. Theory is that it was staged to justify the White House ballroom that Trump wants constructed. I know. I've seen that troll too. I don't even know if that's a real theory, Eric. I think they're trolling. They're like, no way he did this to justify a new ballroom. But I'm going to show you that one too. All is set up so Dana White could aura farm. Of course, Dana took the opportunity. Government owes the general public a bunch of idiots since COVID, I fear. Okay. No, I mean, that's probably facts. Imagine Dana started talking about he's lucky I didn't see him. Tough cookie, Dana. Dana, the toughest cookie on the block. Okay, here's Erica Kirk. Check this, though. Erica Kirk made a gesture and looked at the camera right after being alerted to something on her cell phone. So take a look at this, bro. This is a trip. This is a trip. Alerted by something on her cell phone. I missed that part, but she scrapes her chin and then she looks at this camera directly. This is a trip. Okay, so he does show her something on the phone. Bro, I'm getting chills. This is crazy. I'm getting chills, bro. This is Charlie Kirk's wife. Bryce Mitchell was right about this woman. She made a gesture like he needs to wipe something off of his chin, and he never wiped shit off his chin. Then she looked at the camera. She knows she's being filmed. That's scary, bro.
I just want to go find
She says, I just want to go home.
I just want to go find
The most fucking cliche shit ever. I'm confused on how Charlie's family is still involved in this shit. They thought they would have fell off. She's demonic as fuck. Didn't know Kirk was this influential, I guess. No, he was pretty influential, homie. He was pretty influential, Space Kid. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, Kirk was like, he was in talks with Trump all the time, I think, to my knowledge. Tons of phone conversations. Trump really respected him, I guess, because he had the young public captured. So, of course, the government elites, they wanted him on their side. She's the Mossad. That's how. Damn. Kirk wife took over his shit once he died. Yeah, or they like, or they captured her. They're stretching with that post TBH. Why? Because there's like a cut in it, Eric. It does cut. She's alerted to some. So just so you guys know, the caption says she is alerted to something on her phone. Then she signals to the camera. But you'll see a cut. There's a jump cut. Here's alerted on her phone, and then see a jump cut. And then that's the jump cut. But Eric, homie, I'm gonna use my discernment on this one, bro. The eyes don't lie, homie. This woman got evil eyes. Miss Kirk was put in place to make Turning Point's pro-Zionist again. Yeah, I think Tux might be right. I think she might, they captured her. That's what I think happened. Space Kid says, I guess they were grooming him to run for president in 2035 or whatever. Yeah. Turning Points was his company. Don't know what Turning Points exactly did. But yeah, it was an influential company. Moving on with these bookmarks. I'm actually going to de-bookmark them as we go along. Just to clean it up a little bit. Dana ain't scared of nothing.
Fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in.
Good for you, Dana. You ain't scared of nothing. Okay, Cash Patel. This is also good. You think she bad? Nah, I don't. Wouldn't even hit her if you paid me. Okay, so this is in the movies when something like this happens, usually the FBI director gets in a room with other important people to try to work out the what, when, why, how. But I guess that's just Hollywood. Here in real life, the FBI director is on the street looking like he's checking his Uber number plate, looking as confused as usual. This is actually gold, bro. This is gold. Look at Cash Patel just outside doing nothing. She can get it. Just don't stare in the eyes. Oh, I definitely won't. Can we put a bag over the head, Jew?
Do you guys have any idea what happened in there?
Wouldn't hit if you were paid. That's kind of sus. Yeah, or how about you'd have to pay me to hit it? How about that one, Tux? You'd have to pay me to hit it. No, just because it was a simple glance at a camera that she probably just noticed was there. I just think it's a stretch to say she's giving signals based on that. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not saying it's 100% guarantee, but I'm saying, damn, it's kind of damning. If you borrow money from the mob to start a business and then you badmouth the mob and try to cut them out, what do you think the mob will do to you? Well, who's the ultimate mob? Damn, so is that what happened with Charlie? That's what happened with Charlie. They bankrolled him. And then, he got fucked. He tried to keep his morals. Back over the head was just going to type that. Great minds think alike. Shout out to Tony. Yeah, we got to do something. We cannot have that face out. We got to conceal the face. And then maybe I could just, run it with the silhouette, so to speak. Lights off. Don't want to see nothing. Dana paid that guy to make that Dana ain't scared of nothing tweet. Fucking Dana. But look at Cash Patel's clueless ass, bro. Standing outside in the street. It's like I would have thought this dude had something more serious pertaining matters to attend to. This dude just trying to get his Uber ride home.
Do you guys have any idea what happened in there?
Ma'am, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Exit left, please. Keep going. Yeah, you keep going. Where are you? Free press, please. Yeah, you guys are touching Todd. Touching Todd.
This dude, Kash Patel, is the biggest chump I ever feasted my eyes on. Can't believe this is our FBI director. This dude is a straight chump. Straight chump. Straight face in his phone while there's an alleged shooter. This dude's a straight chump.
All right, guys, keep moving out, guys. Keep moving out.
There's Erica Kirk performing, crying.
All right, guys, keep moving out that way.
There's a dude standing with her. Is that the dude that's hitting her now? This dude hitting that? Charlie rolling in his fucking grave, bro. The fuck are these men doing around her? Rolling in his grave. She not surrounded by any females, all men. Damn.
Do you guys have any idea what is?
Does that fucking Nerd Patel even know how to shoot fucking real guns? I mean, I don't know, bro. Cried more here than when. Shout out to Space Kid. Not gonna lie, if I was 50 years old, Dana in his position, I would also be trying to be seen as a tough cookie also. Well, shit, everyone thinks Dana is a tough cookie. This guy, Kash Patel, is a fucking joke, though. There's another video of him getting exposed during this whole thing. Oh, here's Joey. Aljo's so desperate to promote his alcohol. Honestly, so tired of nothing but gambling and alcohol advertising on the UFC broadcast. Not that I care about gambling and alcohol advertising, but Aljo is very desperate to promote his alcohol. Okay, here's another one. You know, active shooter, right? Look at these people while there's an active shooter. Check out her BBL, by the way. Peep the BBL. That too perky. That too perky to be natural at her age. BBL alert. It's super weird. Like a BBL on like a 50-year-old. It's like you're fucking a 20-year-old looking ass, but she 50 everywhere else. Yeah, the ass is nice. No cellulite, no wrinkles. You know, perky. But I mean, just peep down to the thighs and it's like, oh gosh. You know, peep up to the back and it's like wrinkly and shit like that. BBL, I've seen better. Me too. Dana hitting Erica. Damn, Tux. I hope not. That's some demonic ass shit, Tux, if Dana was hitting Erica. Dana is a kingpin though, Space Kid. He is. All right, these ladies are like stealing bottles and shit.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Funk Harbor. It ain't gonna sell. If nobody bought Proper 12, nobody's buying Funk Harbor. We still hitting. You guys are crazy. You guys will hit anything. That's the problem. We were talking about this last night. You know, you guys will hit anything. Crazy motherfuckers, you. There's more. New angle of Trump falling. New angle of Trump falling. Yeah, they're taking the bottles. Yeah, Space Kids goes, literally was saying this last night, LOL. It's like, guys, you guys will fucking hit anything. It's part of the problem. We were speaking about this last night. Perky, more like Kirky. We still hitting, taking the bottles. She seems demonic. I bet she's a shapeshifter. Probably. Funk Harbor. Needs a better name. Space Kid. She reptilian. Tuxedo. She definitely a reptilian. Don't blame him. I would be taking bottles too. I mean, personally, I would, but I'm a full-on degenerate. You know, I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to. You know, I never put myself above degenerate. That's where I like to stay at. That's where I like to be. You know, degenerate. I'm not above any of that crazy shit. You know. Shit, I'm still learning my damn self. Okay, so Cole Allen appeared in a video with Usha Vance back in 2017. Remember, nothing is a coincidence. This is satanic. This is satanic from the Epstein elite. And then, you know, there's a, I guess, community note says this: the woman in this 2017 video is not Usha Vance. The original ABC report does not identify her as such. Usha Vance was clerking for Chief Justice Roberts in DC at the time. But it doesn't matter. You know, Cole Allen, I think, is the guy. You know, Cole Allen interviewed, you know, Caltech student, interviewed on ABC 7. This is the guy they allege. You know, it's too much coincidence for me. Too much coincidence. How the fuck did this guy end up on ABC 7? Horrible name, she Masad Fish. You are not degenerate. Cupcake, I think I'm degenerate, homie. That's what I like to be. Wonder if the bottles will go crazy on eBay White House shooting edition. Probably.
College student Cole Allen developed a prototype for a wheelchair emergency brake.
The wheelchair brakes tend to lock the wheels, but don't actually lock the chair to the ground. The idea with this is to prevent it from moving at all.
Recent Aging into the Future conference held by St. Barnabas Senior Services and the Eisner Foundation offered a test run on products that have the potential to enrich the lives of seniors. 14 different tech startups got to present to over 350 people in the hopes of getting their projects into some sort of senior health facilities.
Tuxedo says, is it satanic though? I think it's more complex. What was satanic? I forgot what I said was satanic. Weapons grade autism, literally. What does that mean? Thank you for the $2 donos, Tux. Is it satanic though? It's more complex. Satanic, no. Demonic, yes. I don't know. What up, bro? God bless his Usus. Shout out to Usus. Thank you, homie. God bless. And then Cupcake dropping some nice lore in the chat. I do like when Cupcake says things like this. Cupcake says, you are royally ordained by God, the Most High himself. You are holy, so you should live holy and walk holy and speak holy. Cupcake, it's, you know, I get it, homie. I get it, homie. I'm working on it, Cupcake. I'm working on it. You know, it's easier said than done, homie. You say you're not shaming. I have been there for sure. All right, Cupcake. Well, you know, yeah, it's hard. It's easier said than done, homie. I'm trying, but shit, homie. I probably got a lot more lessons I got to learn, Cupcake. I'm going to be honest. I'm a tough learner. You know, I really got to go through it. So probably got more lessons I got to learn, but I see what you're saying. I'm not going to deny it, Cupcake. I'm not even going to deny what you're saying, but I'm just going to say, I don't know if I'm ready, you know? And that is what Theo Vaughn was saying. There was this whole Theo Vaughn clip that got taken out of context, and he was saying exactly what I'm saying right now to Cupcake. You know, he's been getting more into God. He wants to live a better, more like holy, righteous life, you know, walk in the path of God, but he don't know if he's ready. And it's like, you know, that, I mean, I could totally feel that because I just said that, You know, I know what the right way is, but shit, it's easier said than done, homie. Way easier said than done. But shit, at least I can admit, admitting is the first step. I'm not in denial. I'm just telling you guys, it's a tough thing to get started. And then it's like, you don't want to go back. So it's like, you know, it's like getting married. It's like getting married. It's like, not that the right thing to do is get married, but it's like, before you commit and you don't make any more fucking sins, it's like, in a way, let me get this shit out of my system first. I do need to fuck up. I need to see what's on the other side. Like, I could read the book, but I'm telling you guys, I need to see what's on the other side of my mistakes. And then I'll be like, shit, you were right. I'm really not big into Christianity / satanic paradigm. I think that's peasant brained shit. Interesting, Tux, because a lot of people would say that about people who don't believe in, like, religion, that it's kind of low frequency. That you should kind of believe in like a higher power or something, or open up your perspective. I don't think we should consult with the Jews to ask him if they are satanic or not, Tuxedo. What Jew did Tux consult? This dude's a Jew, right? Oh my God. Wait, what the hell? Lord of the Pies, you're turning on me? What the hell's going on here? Did I have an argument with Lord of the Pies the other day? Bro, I'm Jewish. How the fuck could I be Jewish? That's the most crazy shit I ever heard in my life. Wait, what the hell? Pay attention. He's a little rat slime ball, just like Ariel. Watch now that I've put it out there, you will notice it. What the hell? That's the weirdest shit I ever seen. Lord of the Pies, I didn't know you were goofy like that, homie. I didn't know you were goofy. We are sinners, not saying you don't slip, but it's one thing to thirst for good things and to thirst for sin. What's a good thing I should thirst for? Cupcake. What's a good thing I should thirst for? Because I thirst for quite a bit of the sins. I'll be real with you. What's a good thing to thirst for? I wouldn't even know, bro. All the sins are like fucking the guilty pleasures in life. And not even to say it makes you happy. It'll make you happy and then it'll fucking shit on you right away. So, like, that's a story about the guilty pleasures. But I only know about that by going through it. It's usually what happens when I indulge in the guilty pleasures. Makes me happy and then it fucking smacks me in the fucking face. And it's like, oh, shit. Tuxedo, thank you for the $2 dono. How am I supposed to believe a guy walked on water? Homie, I don't know. I can't tell you that God is real, to be honest with you. Like, just, I don't got the answers. That is, I'm a realistic guy. So when people say, like, how am I supposed to believe a guy walked on water? It's tough to believe. I don't even have the fucking explanation for you. I kind of forget about those things, though. I do forget about those things. But that is true. They do claim that about God or Jesus. I hear you. At least you honest. Shout out to Cupcake. Which means you like truth and seeking truth is good. Yeah, homie. I mean, come on. Come on. Can you not tell by now I only like the truth? I don't even like people necessarily. I prefer the truth over, individuals. That's why I'll never be biased to somebody, because if you lie, I'm just going to point it out. Saw a shirt that said, if we don't sin, God died for nothing. I guess clothing brand. Interesting. I mean, we can sin. We can sin. Who knows? It's true, Tux, but hey, think what you want. LOL, he is. The Muslims say the same thing about their God. I've never seen it happen, says Tux. I've read tons of articles as a teenager, so I'm already ahead of all this shit. People just realized. They do say that to do cults. Someone got to be right. God's word. Tuxedo says, God, if God is real, he's fucking up real bad. I know. I've heard these arguments. And his word was has whammy. Has your answer because he's God. What? What's whammy? Anyway. Bro, what was that deal with Lord of the Pies? What's Tommy saying? Tommy? Oh. Tom Aspinall made it clear that he has no interest in transitioning to boxing, choosing instead to focus entirely on his MMA career. I figured you guys would want to see this. No boxing for Tom. I know his dad jumped the gun, but no boxing for Tom.
I heard you a couple of times say that you maybe are thinking about transferring to boxing in later in your career. Maybe he could help you in that way, right?
Maybe, but to be honest, I ain't thinking about boxing that much right now. No,
okay.
I've got more stuff to do with the UFC.
Yeah, that's great. I heard you a couple.
I mean,
about boxing that much right now. No,
okay.
I've got more stuff to do with the UFC.
Yeah, that's great. I heard.
So he's not completely shutting it down. He's just saying, I'm not focused on boxing right now. Honestly, though, with Tom signing with Eddie Hearn, he might want to consider moving over to boxing. Tommy saying, dude poked my eye. UFC ain't paying me enough. I'm going to boxing or what? Actually, quite the opposite, Jew. Quite the opposite. We got a lot of updates from Tom Aspinall. He back to training. You know, he locked in on MMA for now. So we'll play some more Tom Aspinall clips. I got a couple more bookmarks. Oh, shit. I was going to post this today. I guess I'll post it in the morning. Check this up. Or check this out. Okay, bring up that goalie vid. Okay. I'll do this one and then I'll show you the other one. The goalie. Solid knockout here. Boom.
No, por Dios. No, por Dios. No, esto no, eh. No, por Dios. No. No, por Dios.
Oh. Homie just like dropped, like he got knocked out though. He fine. You know, it wasn't even that bad of a punch.
No, por Dios.
agredido
Esto
a
no,
Pulido.
Esto sobra por
Bueno,
completo.
tremendo, tremendo.
Esto es una vergüenza.
Tremenda imagen del final del
Esto
partido.
no se puede.
Expulsado.
Sergio, what it do, Perry Punch and crew? What's poppin', homie? Good to see you in the chat, homie. Should Tom should just bring the money in from boxing. I mean, he already shot himself in the foot by signing with Eddie. Like, I don't know if you want to just go, you know, sell out on the UFC anymore. You might have already ruined that. Dana probably going to ice you and shit and be an asshole in negotiations. He hit him with his wrist. Yeah, I know. The soccer player just flopped like they do in the NBA. All right, guys, check this out, though. 540 spinning heel kick to the dome. I think it was a heel kick. I think it was a back, not the front. 540, though, to the dome. 540. That's a 360 and a half, boys. Oh, yep. Spinning heel kick 540 is insane. This is insane. And he even rocked Homie. Homie was stunned. Boom. That's such a great technique, too. Look, he froze up because he thought the kick was coming here, and then he put his hands down, and boom, the kick came again. Look, he already blocking here. Super offbeat, that's why. 540 is insane. Puts his hands down because he thinks the kick already came. And here it comes, right over the guard. Boom, rocked. Guard up, guard down. This is the cleanest shit I ever seen in a long time. Boom, 540. Homie hitting the celly, rightfully so. Little fist bump, coach is going crazy. This was their goal before the tournament. They were planning on hitting this. 540 crazy, bro. You could knock out a UFC fighter bad with a 540 spinning kick. Lil Cupcake goes, Tux, in my view, people's ignorance or downright evil impulses and desires fuck things up, not God. Well, that's what it is, right, Tux? Or right, Cupcake? I can have a conversation about this one. Like, because God gives us free will, the freedom to do what we want. He doesn't interfere, right? We gotta go to him, we gotta choose him, we gotta follow him. God does not interfere. So, Cupcake, I hear what you're saying, and for Tux, right? Because Tux will say, well, then why are children dying? Why are these things happening? And the children dying or being born with disease, that is a hard one, because who can explain that? That's not even free will. That's like the lottery, right? But yeah, so I mean that would be a hole in the argument again, actually. It's like, yeah, we have free will, but there's more than just free will that kind of fucks up the world in a way. Like kids getting cancer. Is that free will? Why does that happen? Oh yeah, Tux is saying it. What about childhood cancer, natural disasters? Those are God's fault. Yeah. No, see what I mean though? I'm open to having a genuine conversation. I'm not gonna gatekeep. You know? Yo, what the fuck, Sergio? I'm watching you on the big TV while playing with #it. Wrong time to send my message. Oh, definitely, homie. That's the least holy thing I heard all day. That is the least holy thing I heard all day. You better repent to God for that sin. I mean, you committing two sins, homie. Number one, that's zesty as hell, homie. Apologize to God for being zesty right now. And then and then also while you're at it, Sergio, straight up apologize to Jesus for fapping in the first place. Two apologies. Get on your hands and knees right now. And apologize to God. I don't know if we should mute that LOL. Let's give him a chance, Jew. Just a wild statement. It's a wild ass fucking statement, but I'm a wild boy. Let's give him a chance. I do like it when people have the balls to say something funny like that in the chat. So, I'm a humor guy. I find the humor in things. Some of you guys might be like, that's creepy. That's weird. That ain't even funny. But it's like, shit, I find the humor. If he gets really crazy and nasty, though, we might have to do something. So, Sergio, there's a bit of a line, but shit, that line is tough to find. That's not a challenge either. Tux, I'm none of that. I just follow and believe the Bible and Jesus. I believe that's the only way, not your denomination. He'd be evil if he forced us to be good. We'd be robots. But Cupcake, do you have enough? Oh, okay. I believe children being born with that stuff is because of the poison they put in food and environment. Once again, humans also could possibly be from generational curses. Okay, Cupcake. No, that's a fair explanation. That's a fair explanation. It's interesting though. While I do find it to be a fair explanation, it is a bit like, there's some holes in it, obviously, right? Like a kid's gonna get born with cancer, but the mom's not gonna have cancer and shit like that. It's just weird. It's weird. Not to say that that's proof God isn't real. It's just like, that's a big hang up for a lot of people, and I wouldn't blame them. I think the Bible is a metaphor, and we are all Jesus. I mean, Tux, I like that thought. I like that thought because I do believe, we are all capable of more than what you are told. There's like an invisible barrier that exists in the world that if you're tapped in enough, you can fuck with it. And I think that's being on your Jesus shit. Do I think I'm Jesus? No. But I see what Tux is saying. Like we are all capable of some pretty, incredible things. It ultimately takes faith. It does take faith, but I mean, I don't think I would be wrong or sinful for being like, but I want to know for real. Because yeah, I could believe, but I want to know for real. Can we know for real? You know, I want some type of burden of proof. I feel like I have personal experiences where I've gotten a burden of proof, but you know, that's for everybody to go through. I think that's how you find out for real, to be honest with you guys. If you ever go through something hard and you turn to God, I think sometimes you will find that he is real. He may not answer everything you're asking for, but you know, I think he'll show himself, he'll reveal himself during a part of your struggle. You know, that's my opinion. If you guys want to know what I think, like, why do you believe in God? It's because I've been through some tough things, you know, particularly maybe one tough thing, you know, and I turned to God and I felt like, you know, he showed himself to me, to be honest with you. Not in a super crazy way. It's just like, you know, I'm having these prayers, these conversations, and then, you know, I'm asking for things. I'm trying to be better. And then, like, you know, sometimes, you know, something came up, so to speak. And I'm like, damn, you know, this shit is real. You know, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Faith, why not faith in Islam? Why not faith in Hinduism? Why not faith in Catholicism? Catholic and Christian is the same thing. Why faith in only your specific non-denominational interpretation? Tuxedo, that's why I say faith doesn't work for me. I need something more. But you can always doubt. Oh, you better believe because they ain't true, Tux. If you want to believe, you will. I've had plenty prayers answered to not believe too. Wait, what does that mean? To not believe. Plenty prayers answered to not believe. I'm missing something. The question is, do you care if he was actually real, Tux? I mean, that's what I would love to know. Also, I would say this is a big argument, is it's like, is it just based off where you're born? Like if I was born, you know, to Jewish parents or Mormon parents, or if I was born in another state where they're more, or another country where they're more Muslim, or they're Buddhist in China. Like I haven't veered off from what I was born to. You know, I was born into Christianity. I haven't veered off from it. I'm a bit brainwashed, you know, I'm a bit fearful to even try to veer off from it because, like, you know, I've been sold this story my whole life that this is the way to be. But if I was sold a story my whole life that being Muslim is the way to be, I probably wouldn't want to veer off from that either. You know, so it's like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to it. And these are just genuine conversations. I'm not doubting God, right? But there's literal evidence. Yeah, like the resurrection, right? There's a lot of historical accounts. I mean, the crucifixion, there should be historical accounts of that, right? Jesus disappeared from the cross or something like that, did he? Or I don't know, am I making that up? You obviously haven't read the Bible or read about history about Jesus or anything. You just don't want to believe, and that's fine. Don't believe. Well, there you go, Franklin or Tux. Oh, Franklin says, Jew saying, there's no way he can't believe with so many prayers answered. Oh, and then Jew says, basically, I've had plenty of prayers answered. Therefore, I can't say I don't believe. I got you, homie. I got you. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I'd say that. And then, you know, a couple guests coming on Joe Rogan and giving these historical accounts. And then me being like, okay, so Jesus was real. People did see it, and there is proof. You know, between the proof physically from the Joe Rogan guests, I think he had like 2 on, and then from the proof from my own experiences, you know, I choose to believe. Interesting for sure. Be happy not believing, Tux. All love. Yeah, whether, you know, whatever your beliefs are, you know, it is what it is. I don't look down on you. Bible can be changed along the way. I'd prefer to believe I'm going to heaven than to believe I'm going to be annihilated into nothingness on death. I want to believe I just don't. I got you. That's fair, Tux. I'm very educated on the Bible. I've read the New Testament. Muslims believe in Jesus too. They just don't believe that he's the son of God. No, and they believe in the prophet more. I'm intimately familiar with the Christian religion. I grew up in it. Okay, Tux. I got you. So they don't believe in Jesus. No, they believe in the Prophet Muhammad. That's like saying I believed in Superman, but don't believe he could fly or shoot lasers. Just a normal guy, lol. Not that familiar. All right, boys. What a conversation. When you die, your soul made of light transcends into a different dimension. Muhammad had a 6-year-old wife. Disgusting Jew. Let me bite my tongue, but that's disgusting. A 6-year-old wife, bro. What the hell? Cupcake and Tux have that conversation. I kind of want to see it play out. Tux goes, Cupcake, what am I not familiar with? I probably know more than you do. I'd love to see the answer from Cupcake. Look at this AI video of Trump, though. People forget, man, Jesus died and resurrected 3 days later. And yeah, that's a historical account, Sergio. That's a historical account. And that's why I believe that Jesus was real, because people did vouch for that, you know? So you have no examples. I rest my case. Cupcake is, if you knew you'd believe, you know nothing, Tux. The fact you are saying that proves to me you know little. Trump really Homelander. Fucking Trump. Okay, so they're also saying this. You know, the mentalist that came on Joe Rogan. Who knows if this is true? People just be trolling. But it's like, knowing that this mentalist guy was on stage showing a magic trick to Trump at the time of the shots is indeed very bizarre. Looking back, Joe Rogan seemed very concerned he knew his PIN code. Was this guy issuing a veiled, coded threat to keep Joe in line? Who knows? We're not even going to watch it. You guys all seen this guy pick his PIN code. And then here's, you know, Trump in the ballroom. President Trump says tonight's shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is a clear example of why we need a new ballroom for the White House. And then someone quote tweets it and goes, there's no way they staged this shit just so he can justify building a ballroom, LMFAO. It's like, you know, it's bad optics. It is bad optics. I can't say that they didn't stage it to build a new ballroom.
And we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say, you know, it's not a particularly secure building. And I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it. They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before. And
hey, shout out to Buyer Seller, though. Buyer Seller goes, if you knew the plot of a new movie, that would kill the fun of it, right? The whole reason. So you will never know until your time comes. If life keeps asking you the same questions, you ain't learning the lesson. Damn, Buyer Seller. Life do be asking me the same questions all the fucking time. But I think I learned the lesson. Shit, life asked me the same question probably 3 or 4 times. I think I learned the damn lesson. Said he read the Bible, can't even quote me some verses. I think Cupcake was asking for Tux to quote a Bible, a chapter from the Bible. All love, though. I am the way, the truth, and the light. There is no way to the Father but through me. There. That is a quote. Damn, Trump high IQ move? Question mark. Faking shooting for ballroom. Yeah, bro. I guess it's a high IQ move, or it's just fucking retarded. You tell me, Tony. Robert Kennedy escorting out and his wife not even Not even anywhere in his sight. Here's Robert Kennedy's wife. Here's Robert Kennedy getting escorted by security. It's too good. By the way, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Kennedy walking, his wife nowhere to be seen. This is so staged though, like it's really not even funny. I call staged. Another video of Kash Patel doing absolutely nothing, being absolutely useless as the head of the FBI during the White House Correspondents' dinner shooting. Dinner shooting, and here's Kash Patel. That guy is so useless, it's not even funny. Y'all think Trump be hitting shit in the White House or nah? Honestly, probably not, Jew, just because of all the scandals and shit. That's what I would say. Probably not because of all the scandals. Let's hear this. This is another conspiracy. Maybe he's staying more discreet. I don't know, Jew. That dude Patel seems like he don't know what the fuck's going on ever. Buyer seller going in, LMAO. You can't prove a negative. The burden of proof is on the person making the claim, not the person claiming to not know. Honestly, because Cupcake says it's on you to disprove it. Honestly, I will side with Tux in a way. I don't think it's on Tux to disprove it. I get it. I get it. Cupcake got faith. And I respect it. But it's not on Tux to disprove it. If anything, I think the burden of proof, you know, is on the Christians. You know, the burden of proof falls on the Christians. If you can't explain it, just think about that, right? If you can't explain it, just think about that. You know, you got to be able to explain it a little bit. I tried, but again, guys, I don't read the Bible all the time and shit. So like, I can't really, and I don't claim to. You know, I just ride off the faith. You know, I think I got lucky. You know, with my birth lottery. But you know, I bet you Habib thinks he got lucky too with his birth lottery. He probably thanks Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, every day that he wasn't born a Christian. You know, and I thank Jesus every day that I wasn't born a Muslim necessarily. Right? Because both of them think that the others go to hell, I think. I think Muslims might think everybody goes to heaven. I don't know. I may be lost, but so are you. Man is ignorant. We are a primitive species. What I'm saying is you're supposed to grow from this life and bring those new findings into your next life. Okay. Cupcake says, everyone's making a claim. Your claim is belief in bullshit and nothing. So everyone's making a claim. No, Trump is not hitting shit, LMFAO. Jesus said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen and yet have believed. Shit, I ain't seen shit, but I believe. I seen a little bit of something. What you guys think? I seen a little bit of something. God showed me a little bit of something. Nah, I'm playing. What if I claim that like Jesus revealed himself to me? I saw him. He didn't reveal himself to me like that. Only I had a prayer and it got answered. You know, I guess that is revealing himself to me though. I seen it. But even without seeing it, you know, I was praying. So blessed are they that have not seen yet have believed. Wow, what a saying, Eric. Or what a verse. I kind of feel bad like a heavyweight fighting a featherweight debating Cupcake. No, keep it going. I think it's good. It is on you because you're also making a claim in adverse to it. I know, but Cupcake, hear me out, right? As the mediator, it's like he's making a claim, but the claim he's making, you know, Jesus goes against reality. You know, we live in reality, right? And that's why you must believe. That's why it's so hard, because walking on water, rising from the dead, these are things that are not humanly possible. And that's the big hang up with Jesus, you know, is that he has these things that aren't humanly possible. That's why people have a hard time. So I wouldn't blame them. You know, like I think they're just trying to use their logic to what they were, you know, what we're presented on this world. But that's why I also say, like, I don't think that, like, bro, I think there's more to life than what you're told. Like, you know, I think there's another atmosphere like that you could tap into. And yeah, maybe you could fucking walk on water, bro. Maybe you could rise from the dead. You know, I've done some pretty crazy things. You know, not saying anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, kind of lost my train of thought, but I think I was saying along the lines of, I know Tuck's questioning if Jesus is real because, you know, he did impossible things. But shit, people do impossible things till this day. You know, till this day, people be doing impossible things. So I don't know. I mean, I think that God is real on that tip. If you guys can understand what I'm saying there. You know, it's like, let me put it like this. People, regular human beings perform supernatural acts at times. It's happened. Okay, it can't be denied. And then, or, you know, they've defied reality. Regular people. So if that can happen, and if I think there's this other atmosphere you could tap into, right, that's like outside reality in a way, then of course, you know, I think there was a Jesus, and I think he walked on water and rose from the dead. Because I don't think life is as basic as people make it out to be. I think it's super complex. I think there's a lot of moving parts that you can't even see, feel, or touch. You know, you just got to tap into it with your brain, bro. On some like telepathic shit. If you guys feel me. If you guys feel me. It's kind of hard to explain stuff to people who don't believe. Nah, I know. Jesus didn't say, trust me, bro. He showed himself and basically said to Thomas, why didn't you believe me? Damn, that is dope. I need to read the Bible, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That gives me chills a little bit. Tux goes, hey, I give more to the poor than you, Cupcake. Where's your donos to Perry? Shit. Tux do be tithing to me. Tux do be tithing to me. Shout out to fucking Tux. Thank you very much for the $5 dono, homie. You know they're all appreciated. Oh, Tuxedo goes, trust me, bro. Jesus. Thank you for the $2 dono, Tux. And the $5 dono. Gotta like really have points and facts on board. I know. You have nothing. You believe in nothing. You are a weak man. You'd fall all over. You'd fall over if I hit you. Oh my God. Cupcake straight trolling now. You have nothing to fight for beyond earthly things. I see what Tux is saying. That's the demise of man, right? Or not Tux. That's the demise of man, right? Cupcake. You know, only striving for earthly things. You got to have that higher power. That's why I be making mistakes, because I be striving for earthly things. I don't, you know, I got the higher power, but I just sometimes ignore it. Trust me, bro. Jesus goes hard. I love. JFK was hitting shit though, so not Trump, but JFK be clapping cheeks in the office. Need that on a gym shirt. Trust me, bro. Jesus. Honestly, it's like a troll Jew, but you could wear that shit so seriously. And you're going to have a Christian be like, hey, man. Amen, brother. I love the shirt. I love the shirt. It's got a double meaning. You're going to attract the Christians and the atheists. They're both going to like the shirt. I give my shit away just like Jesus teaches. I care about people. Nah, Tux is a great guy. I can't turn that down. Even though Tux like doesn't believe in God, the way he explains why he doesn't believe, I mean, he not on some hater shit. He's just trying to figure it out. When you consume DMT, it floods your visual cortex, the part of the brain that processes what you see, and activates serotonin receptors. This causes your brain to stop processing the actual world. Give to the rich, steal from the poor. He didn't show himself to me, says Tux. Eric says, I don't blame him. Oh my gosh. Brother, you're paying for Perry's service. Hey, Cupcake, come on, homie. I don't even know what you're saying, but we got, Tux is the lifeblood. Tux is paying for everybody's actual viewership, to be honest with you. Tux keeps the lights on. A lot of you guys need to thank Tux. Tux and Andrew, all the members, and Franklin. I mean, these guys really do keep the lights on. So, thank you to the homies. Trust me, it's much appreciated. And all the viewers, who watch for free, you guys, thank Tux, because Tux is one of the reasons why I can go live every single night. And Franklin and the members as well. So, got to keep that in mind. But go give to someone who actually benefits you nothing, buddy. Cupcake, stop it. You're telling him to fucking give donos to someone else. That's insane. Take it easy, Cupcake. Take it fucking easy, homie. We don't want Tux giving the donos to nobody else. All right. Tuxedo, do not listen to Cupcake at this moment in time. Actions over words like you. Oh gosh, trying to show your own self-righteousness, but you're just showing your filthiness. Nah. Tux is super righteous. Paying for a service doesn't make you righteous. Oh my gosh, I'm screaming. The Church of Perry is crazy. Shout out to Tux. He be tithing to the Church of Perry. Of all churches. Oh shit. We gotta scroll to the bottom, bro. Cupcake just dropped a 50 ball. Damn, Cupcake. All right, thank you, Cupcake. Thank you, Cupcake. Holy moly, thank you, Cupcake. Jesus loves all of you, and he is the one true living God. All right, from Cupcake. I'm going to read it twice. Jesus loves all of you, and he is the one true living God. That's what I believe, Cupcake. That's what I believe in. Thank you very much for the 50 ball, for the $50 dono. Thank you very much, Cupcake. I just got done with the speech, but I'm just going to say it one more time. You keep the lights on, homie. You keep the lights on. Space Kid goes, and Franklin. Yeah, we can't forget about Franklin, Space Kid. Come on now. Never forget about Franklin. If you don't believe, you don't care to seek or want to. Franklin says, fading Lakers tonight. Easiest fake bet bread of all time. Big money coming soon. Me and Tux on the showdown soon. Shout out to Franklin. Franklin, thank you, homie, for all the support. We got buyer seller telling us to try some LSD or some shit. LOL. Yeah, buyer seller. What were you trying to tell us there? You don't have to believe in God. There isn't a life binding contract to believe in God. Buyer seller, you believe in God though, or what? Jesus specifically. Cupcake goes, all of life points to God being real, buyer seller. To be honest, for the longest time, to Cupcake's point of saying if you don't believe, you don't care, seek to want to. For the longest time, I always believed, but I seeked for the proof to believe. You know, like I believed, but I wasn't sure that my belief was right. And, you know, but I was always seeking to see if my belief was right. And I feel like I did find that my belief is right, you know. Sounds weird, but from Cat Williams explaining why he believes in God, from the two guests on Joe Rogan who gave historical accounts of Jesus, and then from my own personal life experience. You know, like if my prayer didn't get answered, bro, you got, I mean, people might think it's like I don't know, fake or something, but I'm telling you guys, if my prayer didn't get answered, I might have been like, shit. You know, God wasn't there. But I'm telling you, he was there. He was fucking there. It got answered. So Franklin goes, or no, Space Kid says, Bros Prob gifted 200 plus over the streams. Oh yeah, easily. So of course, you know, shout out to all the people who be supporting. Even you, Space Kid, you one of them. You one of them, homie. The members, you know, that's a big deal. The members are a big deal. Members, donos, big deal. Everyday viewers too, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? You guys are a big deal as well. You guys are a big deal as well. No Tux beats me. I'm not trying to take him down. Shout out to Franklin. Oof, 50 ball go crazy. Okay, now I'm turned go up. Big ballin'. Cup beats me too, I guess. Oh, go Cup. Yeah, Cupcake dropped that 50 ball, Franklin. I'm going in soon. 5K coming tomorrow. Franklin, that's insane, homie. I ain't holding my breath for 5K. That's insane. But shout out to Franklin. Whatever you give, homie, I'm always happy. Gotta make a McGregor holding money emoji for when someone drops a bag for real. Okay. All right. We could do that one. I'll make that one tomorrow. I'll make that tomorrow. McGregor holding money emoji coming tomorrow. Yo, my name is Deshaun. Says Dana White survived. Thank God. Why does that guy arrested look like the kid Jacoby Smith slept? Josiah Harrell. He kind of looks like Josiah Harrell, and then he looks like this boxer that I've seen before that Ryan Garcia dropped in sparring. He a light-skinned dude. I can't get all into this on a keyboard, TBH. Okay, that's fine, buyer seller. I feel you. Tuxedo says, just got back from restroom. What did I miss? Nothing, really. Just that Cupcake dropped a 50 ball, homie, so thank you. And thank you for the $2 dono, Tux. Brown guy, what's poppin', Ricky? Let's just say a lot of people are just sheep. Okay. But if it floats the boat, then keep running that. Cupcake, if you really love Jesus, you'll donate another 50 ball, says Tux. Shout out to fucking Tux. It's a nice try, homie. LMAO 5K check saying LOL. Yep, gotta get these funds up. Shout out to Franklin. Good shit, homie. 5K check. That ain't no light check, homie. 5K check is solid. Okay. Yeah, if you love Jesus, you'll donate more. Shit. Shit. Everybody give your proof that you love Jesus. Just donate to me. Just let me take it all in. You feel me? I'm playing. That would be like so unholy to actually claim that. But that would be funny if someone tried that. It's like, I'm the way, the light, and whatever else it says. Donate to me. You know, tithe to me. Def motivated me to get my funds up. Yeah, 5K check. That's some good bread. That's some good bread right there. Just an example of how religion is used for fake. God answered me a wild prayer early last year. Forever grateful. Yeah, Tony. Me too. Me too, homie. Mine was about 2 years ago, to be honest with you. You see Shab trying to scold T-City for outing that chick? No. Did he? Shab needs to keep his fucking mouth shut, bro. No one asked him. Tux goes, JK, I'm actually a Christian. I believe in God. I just wanted to see if I could get Cupcake to donate you money. All right, well, thank you, Tux. I mean, I guess it worked. He dropped a 50 ball. But I don't know, Tux. I don't think you believe in God. Do you or what? It didn't seem like you do. Seemed like you were being serious, which is fine. It ain't no big deal. We'll get you right eventually, Tux. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing. It's your choice, you know. It's your beliefs. I would never get down on you for anything like that. Give me all your funds on the light. Basically, the Heaven's Gate scheme from the early 2000s. I mean, is that not what churches do, though, Tony? Churches be like, tithe to me, give me your money, and God will reward you. I go back and forth. Some days I do, some I don't. Okay, Tux. All right, I got you. Tux, maybe, you know, I've seen a common theme in the chat. If you're open to trying, if you're not, it's all good. I don't want to preach to you. But I mean, if you want to try to see if he's real in a way, next time you go through something pretty difficult in your life, you know, turn to God maybe. I know it's easier said than done, but, you know, give a prayer and see what happens. But, you know, also I hope nothing bad happens to your life where you really need to, like, you know, have a reality check. But that's what happened to me, and, you know, that's all I'll say. I don't want to preach too much. I love you, Tux. All right? No matter what, homie. No matter what. No matter your race, your religion, your creed, I love you, homie. Just know that. Cupcake says, ha, Tux, you are such a wicked little goblin. Oh, damn. Space Kid, shout out Space Kid for the $2 dono. Thank you, homie. Much appreciated, Space Kid. Thank you very much, homie. Space Kid in here. My contribution to the Perry Church. Damn, the troll got me a couple bucks from Space Kid. Thank you, homie. Thank you very much. I love it. Everybody donate to the Church of Perry. I'm dying. Let me see. What else we got here? The church does the same thing on Sundays. I need to see what Shab said about Tracy. Or if you are a believe you weren't working in the spirit trying to bait that wicked little goblin. I am wicked indeed. See the power of God? Now you're in the money. Is God blessing me because I'm having his back right now? I'm not afraid to say he's real. No matter your race or religion, don't get crazy now, bro. Nah, JK. Shit. Come on now, Tony. Come on now, Tony. I love everybody. 90-day streak is inspirational. Ain't no way I can let that go unknown. Damn. Shout out to Franklin. I'm glad you guys respect it. I'm glad you guys respect it. It gave me a little boost last week when you guys were giving me credit for the 90-day streak. So I've been a little bit more motivated. But I'll be honest. The batteries were winding down. I was like, nobody cares about this shit. But I'm glad you guys do. And you know, thank you everybody who watches every day. Even if you don't be donating, you know, special thank you. Because I'm telling you, you know, it feels good when we got at least over 20 people in here. Right now it says 18, but shit. We've been bouncing back and forth. So all you guys who are in here, like, trust me. It would bother me if you weren't in here. Let's go, Space Kid. Yeah, shout out to Space Kid one more time. Okay. You know, it's in the title, so let's just cover this real quick. This Russian boxer, Sergey Gorokhov, and his team were jumped and hospitalized by Turkish fans in the ring after his win over the hometown fighter Emir Han Kalkan. So before I play this video, I'll just show you. You know, the crowd jumped in, and the Russian fighter, it wasn't even his fault, bro. I'll read out what I said, or you know, I don't even want to read it. I'll just tell you. The Russian fighter knocked out. Oh shit! Shout out to Jew. For the love of God on 55th Street. Shout out to Jew. Thank you for the $10 dono, homie. Donating to the Church of Perry. It's a troll, all right? It's a troll, but I think it's a pretty damn good troll. Jew just donated $10 to the Church of Perry. For the love of God on 55th Street. Shout out to Jew. Thank you very much, homie, for the $10 dono. This stream hitting. I mean, this debate got it hitting. Shout out to everybody. Thank you very much, you guys. All right. Cupcake, can you forgive me? A true Christian forgives. That is true, Cupcake. We're waiting on the answer, Cupcake. Bro, Perry, I better get a cut of this. Tux, how much I owe you, homie? Tux, if you faked like you were an atheist and we're getting all these donos because of you, I mean, homie, you are a goat. Not only do you dono, but somehow you're like making everybody else dono. You a fucking goat, homie. Bro, you got to start covering church news now. I know, I guess so. Okay, the Church of Perry coming soon. Episode 1 coming soon. This is the unofficial episode 1. No, this is pilot. This is the pilot episode. I'm playing. All right, anyway. The Russian boxer, Sergey Gorokhov. He went over after beating the hometown guy. He wanted to embrace the fighter that he just beat. But a guy from that fighter's corner was already up in a fit because the Russian boxer was celebrating after the win. It might have been a knockout or something. So, you know, maybe the Russian boxer knocked out the opponent. He was celebrating in the ring. The team didn't like it. So they were like, you know, waving at the referee like, hey, fuck this guy. Look at this guy over here. Fuck this guy. Get a hold of him. Dude didn't realize. The Russian fighter didn't realize that the team was pissed off about the celebration. Russian fighter, after the celebration, walks over to the opposite corner to embrace, right, to show some respect. And the cornerman who was bitching and moaning at him celebrating shoved him. So when the cornerman shoved Sergey, the Russian boxer, his corner ran over and started, you know, shoving the hometown fighter's cornerman who shoved his fighter. As soon as that happened, right, the hometown cornerman, he swings back and a brawl ensues. All the crowd jumps into the ring and the boxer never puts his hands on anybody and he gets cold cocked to the back of the dome followed by another left hook. So I'm talking boom, right hand to the back of the dome, left hook. You know, the boxer goes down. He was hospitalized. He was jumped, him and the team. So, I mean, let's play this. But, I mean, this is bad. This is really egregious. And pay attention to the left side of the video. Just watch the boxer. The whole time, watch the boxer. Okay? You're going to see the boxer get cold cocked. 2-punch combo from behind. Falls to the floor. That's disgusting. What do they call it? A ghost punch or something? One of Izzy's friends died from that. That's a rabbit punch. You can't even do that with gloves on. You know, this dude just got done competing an entire boxing match, however many rounds it lasted, and he gets rabbit punched in the back of the head by a fan. Crazy. Take a look. Turning regular chats into super chats like water to wine. Tux, you got the power of Jesus Christ in you, homie. You don't even know it. Turning water to wine on stream. For me? Not even for yourself? You turn water to wine for me? Come on, Tux. You blessed, homie. Gospel of Dana. Dana White 316 says, I didn't get down. Shout out to fucking Dana. Shit, I believe in God now. These donos is miraculous. There you have it. There you have it. Tux is officially a Christian. Honestly, one of my favorite pastimes as of right now is to just absolutely hate on Dana. It's one of my favorite pastimes. The more jokes about Dana, the more times I can say fuck him, right? Fucking Baldy, the better. I love it at this moment in time. Okay, so Boxer celebrating real quick, okay? Boxer celebrating. This dude in the top hat, he's going to see him celebrating. He's going to tell the referee to tell him to stop. Boxer is going to go over to the corner to embrace. This dude's going to shove him. This corner's going to come over, shove him back. Brawl breaks out. Boxer gets ghost punched and drops to the floor. Let's watch it. Celebrating. See, he's now petitioning. He's over here looking at them like, fuck you, right? Then he runs over to the guy to embrace, shoves him, talks a little shit like, hey, why are you celebrating? Shoves him. Now the corner comes in, shoves this dude. Boom, left hook. Left hook in return. Now you see water flying in. You're going to see everybody jump in. You're going to see chairs flying. Now keep your eye on the boxer. He's about to get ghost punched. Look, he's putting his arms out like, peace, peace. Nobody do anything. Boom, boom. Right hand, left hook. You know, this boxer never touched a single person, bro. He got shoved. His cornerman defended him. Still didn't touch no one. And this guy comes in and fucking cold cocks him twice like that. Give him the death penalty. Fuck that guy. Take him off Earth. I hope he goes to heaven. He getting beaten up by a chair too. Plastic chair. They're throwing chairs at him. They're straight throwing chairs at him. Smacking him with chairs, bro. One more time. Yeah, that deserves jail for sure. Damn. Yeah, fuck that dude. Tux and Cupcake just going back and forth. I'm not even going to read it, but shout out to you guys. One more time, let's watch it without any commentary. Just watch it raw live. But I'm telling you, when the boxer goes down, watch them flinging chairs into him. I just noticed that now. Boom, chair. 2 chairs, 3 chairs. 4. That's a table. Yeah, Jew saying, Tony says, fan storming a boxing ring is wild. Jew says, I hate this aspect of boxing. I know. This fucking happened like 4 months ago with Vanderlei Silva. Massive brawl ensued. Tuxedo goes, me and Cup, just 2 great Christians forgiving each other. Shout out to Tux and Cup. You guys forgave each other? That's what I like to hear. Forgiveness, boys. Come on now. How's this even happening? I know, it's like, where the fuck is the security? It's in Turkey, so maybe that's why. Spacey goes, yeah, this doesn't happen in UFC. They need to up security. If Cena wins, we riot type shit. Yeah, just 2 peas in a pod, us two, aren't we? 2 peas in a pod, Cupcake. 2 peas in a pod. This is God's work. You know, bringing you two together, Cup. Come on now, homie. God brought you into Tuxedo's life to get him right. That's all it is. Now you guys 2 peas in a pod. I got one other video to show you guys. Then I am not sure what I'm going to show you guys anymore. But this one is Ilia just putting straight BTA on his training partners. You know, we put it in the caption. Ilia Topuria putting BTA on his sparring partners for Justin Gaethje fight on June 14th. They straight told him, go a little softer. I mean, again. This straight what a bitch tells you in bed. All right? This is the equivalent of it's too deep. All right? Homie told Ilia he putting it in a bit too deep. You know, go a little softer. Ilia goes with the condescending. He goes, yeah. That's also, that's also the bedroom talk. She's like, oh, you too deep. He like, yeah, yeah. Like I didn't know. He goes, go a little softer. Is crazy work. Let's watch it. Also, though, I will say before we even watch it, I know somebody's going to comment this. Come on, like, we don't think that Gaethje's going to beat the shit out of these guys, too. Gaethje's beating the shit out of the dude in the white, you know? So I know Ilia beating the dog out of these dudes, giving them a BTA whooping. But, I mean, do I doubt that Gaethje couldn't do the same thing to these dudes that he's sparring? No, I think Gaethje would do exactly, what Ilia's doing. Do Ilia's combos look cleaner? Yeah. But I think Gaethje would also just, like, run through these dudes. So it's like, I can't watch this and be like, oh, Gaethje's dead. Because it's like, Gaethje's better than these guys. Ilia's left hook is just nasty. How he goes like 1-2 left hook, 1-2 left hook. Like 1-2-3-4 left hook. Like, it's just nasty, bro. I might hop back in if someone says something that triggers me. Aye, Tux. Take it easy, homie. Just relax. You've been typing in the chat. You could take it easy for a bit. No more wife money. Got Ilia sparring non-elites. Am I the only one rooting for Gaethje here? You might be, Tony. I'm not rooting for Gaethje. We can't, bro. There's no conversation after Gaethje wins. He's gonna retire. Tux, you're talking about lust. You can be in love with sexual desire. Shout out to Cupcake. Yeah, I think that's a lot of our biggest flaw, you know? And it's like, to be honest with you, that's what comes with going the righteous way with God. You know, that's one of the big reasons why it's like, I don't even know if I'm ready, bro. Type shit. You know? Like, you got to give up the lust to really walk in the path of God. That's really hard to do. But my money would be on Topuria. Yeah, money's on Topuria for sure. Oh, wait, buyer, seller. Am I missing your chats? I need to be in live chat. No, I was just saying I love you in a silly way, Tux. Sorry, no homo. The Bible does have some pretty hardcore aspects, like you got to give up everything. God don't play around, man. Okay, so at least we're on the same tip. At least we can acknowledge that, like, God on some serious shit with that. You know, can we just acknowledge real quick that God is on some serious shit telling me to give up my lust? You know, he really on some serious shit with that, bro. That shit is so fucking hard. Like, homie, bro, like, come on, man. A guy in his mid-20s type shit, even like 30s, 40s, like, bro, like, that shit too difficult, man. How the fuck are we ever gonna come to grips with that? Has anyone got the secret? You know, the thing is I think that the secret is that, lust is always fleeting. You know, and like, yeah, you're gonna get excited with a girl a little bit, and then it's gonna go away. You know, the looks are fleeting, lust is fleeting. And you're gonna have to face the problem eventually, which is just like locking in. You know, I think regardless, it's never gonna be easy, but maybe it is if you get a bad enough chick. Death strict. God is so strict, bro. It's crazy. Buyer seller says I haven't been chatting much. I got you, homie. I've been seeing you. You've been chatting enough. Almost no Christians actually do that, which is why most Christians piss me off, because they don't actually follow the Bible. No, I feel that. I feel that, Tux. I feel that. God asked that one guy that was super holy in here. I forget his name. Was it Jim Lotus? Pray to him for the power over lust and to help you give you that power every single time it comes. Now, I know, Cupcake, but the problem is, we're being honest, Cupcake. The problem is, it's like, do I want to give it up? Like, I like it. Just to keep it a buck. You know, do I want to keep it up? I kind of like it. You know, that's why. Of course I would give it up. But it's like, I like the lust. It's crazy. Give up the lust? No, this generation, especially too corn fried. Yeah. Christians will ignore the Bible, then judge you for not following the Bible. Even though the whole point of Jesus' teachings was not to judge others. That's very true, Tux. Very true. What you think about me, Tux? What kind of Christian am I? Am I a bad Christian or what? I don't know. I feel like I'm a decent Christian. I can play with girls, and I stopped to be celibate for like almost 2 years, and that's what helped me. No, I feel you. I feel you, Cupcake. These are big conversations to have. I could dive into it a little bit, but I'm sure you know, it's so hard to explain, bro. It's like, okay, if you're not celibate and you're getting play, like Cupcake likes to say it, very PG way of saying it. I like that. Getting play, right? If you're getting play and you're not celibate, it's super fun, right? You have a lot of fun, but also, you know, it comes with its own fucking set of struggles. You know, people forget about that, right? Being single, it comes with its own set of struggles. There's a lot to it. I don't really want to go into all of it, but there's a lot to it. You know, a girl, right, leaving you leaving a girl, whether your heart's broken or you break her heart, you're going to be feeling it, right? There's STDs and shit like that. There's a lot of anxiety with just dating, right? With getting play, right? With playing the market, with being a player. There's a lot of anxiety with it, but it's also on the other side of all that anxiety that I just explained, bro, when you clap in cheeks, right? It's literally all time. It's literally like, can't get any better than that. But, you know, you do have this big contrast to clapping cheeks, right? So hear me out. I'm saying, like, you have a lot of good times, but you also have a lot of bad times when you're getting play, when you're, you know, going towards that lust. Now, let's say you're not lusting. Now, you're not going to have those good times that I'm talking about necessarily, right, in that aspect, but you might also have some other good times. You might have successes along the way, like making money, you know, having good friendships, going on trips, but it's not going to be, you know, clapping some badass bitches' cheeks. And, you know, to me, you know, ain't nothing like shit. Give me, you know, go on 10 vacations. Give me an option. 10 vacations or clap this badass bitch's cheeks. We're clapping the badass bitch's cheeks 10 times out of 10 times. Fuck the 10 vacations. All right. But I'm just explaining all this to you guys is like, that's the trick to it, you know? But at the same time, if you aren't lusting, there's a lot on the other side, but it takes perspective. Because if you're a horny motherfucker, these other things you can do that are fun, they're not going to be fun in your eyes because, like, you know, you a horny motherfucker. Right? So it's like, it's difficult. But I would say that being celibate, it comes with a lot more. You got more time, less emotional swings. You know, you don't break people's heart. You don't get anxiety as much, right? Because it's just all about you. Not another person is bothering you. So, you know, I mean, like, imagine, bro, you just out here, you chilling, having fun, right? Your girl who you've been getting with or whatever the case, she goes back to her boyfriend or something. Now she getting clapped by him. Now you here, dry as a bone until you find a new sneaky link, right? So that's going to piss you off, bro. Knowing your chick's getting banged like that, that's going to piss you off until you find a new one. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're celibate, these things that you have no control over, like your girl leaving you for another dude, that stuff goes out the water. You know, you don't got to deal with it anymore. So that's what I would say about that, to be honest with you guys. I didn't even read chats because I wanted to get that thought off. But it's like getting play or being celibate, you know. Yeah, I guess being celibate is better, but who's to say, bro? It's crazy. It's just crazy. I couldn't even tell you being celibate is better because trust me, bro, getting play is super fun. Like, but just know that like shit comes with that. You know, shit comes with that that a lot of people just gloss over. Like, it's not just all fun and games, bro. It's not. I'd say it's equal. It's equal, like it's fun, and then it's equally not fun at the same time. And it's always the one that you want, you know, the one that you like, you know. So you've been baptized when I was younger. I've been baptized when I was young, Space Kid. I'm just getting caught up on chats. I'm gonna see what you guys say. Lust is hard. It's super hard, bro. Puss is good. I mean, come on, Jew. It's like the greatest creation God ever made. Speaking about God. Cupcake goes, that's the real question. I like your honesty. Do you want to give it up? And that's ultimately what it comes down to. It was not to judge others. Nah, shout out to Cupcake. You know, at least I'm honest, right? At least I'm honest about it. A lot of people wouldn't admit this shit. A lot of people don't even live enough to fucking speak on this shit either, to be honest with you. You got to go through this shit to be able to speak on it. Tux goes, I think you are actually a good Christian. Well, thank you, Tux. Thank you, Tux. It's to judge righteously, read the Bible. He literally says, let he without sin cast the first stone. A stone is an attack. You don't even know your own book. Oh my God. Don't remember Jim Lotus being hella righteous, just hella conspiracy theoried out. That is true. Who was the righteous dude? No hate though. I'm also hella conspiracy theoried out too. Well, shit. That makes 3 of us. Tux goes, these hoes ain't loyal. It's tough. It's difficult. I don't even want to hate on the women necessarily, Tux. It's like, it's just the game, bro. It's just the game, bro. The hoes ain't loyal, but I mean, they not loyal because the dudes ain't loyal either. You feel me? So I'd say it's the game. It's also what you put out there. Like, you know, women, bro, women. Hoes ain't loyal, and that's if you put yourself out there like you just in it for the sex and not for the emotional attachment, she definitely not going to be loyal to you. But if you put it out there that you're there for the emotional attachment as well, and you'll be there for her, and you open doors for her and shit, and you act like a gentleman, then she'll be loyal to you. That's what I think a lot of people don't explain. You know, women aren't really loyal to you if you like are not taking them serious, of course. But then you're gonna be all in your feels when they find a better dude, and it's like, bro, you told her you didn't want to. You know what I mean? You told her you weren't down for all that. Difference between calling out sin with conviction to lead someone to better and calling it out with an attitude of condemnation. Nah, Cupcake, you've been cool. You've been cool. You have been trolling Tux at times, but I just take it as a joke. I don't think you're actually being serious. You've been cool for for 99% of it. People come into your life for all different reasons, some small, some bigger than that, to learn from. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah. Not gonna lie, when I was in my lust era, that shit was super draining, just smashing back to back. Yeah, and like, if you bang in multiple chicks and shit like that, you do feel a little bit bad. You feel a little bit bad. You questioning things. Oh, this girl wants to come over, and then the other girl wants to come over. You gotta bail on this girl. It's like there's a lot to it. People don't speak on the negatives of the lust era. But I would argue that there's more negatives that come out of it. The problem is that the positives are so fucking fire. That's the problem. The positives are like insanely fire. None of the 10 commandments say you can't clap cheeks. It just says don't covet your neighbor's wife. Oh shit. Does it really say that? Don't covet your neighbor's wife? Damn, so it's almost worse to be a home wrecker than to be a cheater. Don't covet your neighbor's wife, but don't cheat on your wife. Damn, it's worse to knowingly fuck your boy's wife than anything else. Oh, now you know. Now you know those dudes who be fucking your girl and shit like that, or your ex-girl, fuck them. No, I'm more a lot of vacation type now. Well, that's good shit, Space Kid. I think that's evolution. You know, that's where I'll end up someday, Space Kid. You know, I'll end up there someday, homie. Cupcake said something like, "You feel more pure like a child too." I'm not sure if why he deleted that, but I read it anyway. Wish I was like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he said each rep felt like he was coming, boom, lust gone. It's like, nah, actually after the gym I'm hornier. The pre-workout gets me fucking bricked up, bro. Did that happen to anyone else? Pre-workout be getting me bricked, bro. Not literally bricked, but like shit. Talking about Schwarzenegger jizzes his pants at the gym. Nah, homie. All it does is brick me up even more. Oh, you view people more royally. Valid points, says buyer seller. Wait, I'm seeing all the deleted chats now. This is crazy. You just gotta learn the hard. Trust young, I guess. Casual pussy is the forbidden fruit. Things like that never pissed me off before, though. Like she's gonna smash someone else regardless. Honestly, Space Kid, that good on you. That shit pisses me off, to be honest with you. That shit pisses me off. Even if she was gonna smash someone else regardless, if she moves on before me, I'm pissed. Is that a fair way to put it, Space Kid? I'm not even saying like it's like that. It's like you just can't move on before me. You know, like I need to be doing the turf, and if I get turfed, even if I knew it was never gonna work out, if I get turfed, that shit's annoying as fuck. Because it's like, damn, she getting fucked right now. Like, damn, bro, the fuck. Like, you know, over me, like that shit pisses me off. Oh, was it Lotus AI? It probably was Lotus AI. Damn, Tux goes, honestly, I think Perry is an example of a good Christian and Cupcake is textbook hypocrite. He's exactly the kind of person Jesus warned about. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No comment. No comment. No comment. Oh my gosh. I thought you guys were forgiving each other. Halfway Hose, Say So the Mac, banger ass song. LOL, Jim's just a flat earther just cuz. Jim was flat earther, but he's also like celibate and shit. That's why I thought it might have been Jim. Because Jim was like, free yourself from sex, free yourself from lust. Like, lust is the enemy. Free yourself from sex. I'm celibate. Quote unquote, this chick wanna bang, so I gotta call off this girl. LMAO, suffering from success. It's like these problems sound chill. Tony, these problems sound chill, but I promise you the problems aren't chill. The problems aren't chill. Because it's like there's other things to it, bro. Like I don't want to explain all of it, but it's like there's things to it. Like the girls are gonna pick up on the vibe that you're not that serious, you know, and then it's like you might lose one of them. Like it's not a fun game, bro. It's fun, but you got to be a cold motherfucker, bro. You got to be a cold motherfucker for that game. Because you know you're balancing two, right? Let's say you balance two. One of them leaves, gets a boyfriend. You're gonna be in the back of your mind. You're gonna be like, damn, bro. Like she knew deep down. She knew, and I don't know. There's just regret with that. In my opinion, you know. This chick want to bang, so I got to call off this girl suffering from success. Shit, it happens, homie. As for those who persist in sin, rebuke them in the presence of all, so that the rest may stand in fear. Shit. Don't rebuke me, homie. Jesus. Cupcake. Shit, nobody rebuke me, homie. I'm trying to figure out my way. All right, I'm trying to figure out my way. I'm just being honest about my way. My homie was banging a married chick. That fool ain't seeing the pearly gates. Shit, you cannot crack your neighbor's wife. Rule number 1. Do not crack your neighbor's wife. Sus dude from gym might be spiking your pre-workout. Oh, shit. Oh, my God, Tyler. Don't tell me that, homie. Oh, my gosh. Solid theory, says Tony. Oh, my goodness gracious. Luckily, I didn't see the gay gym homie today. Damn, that's insane. He putting like the horny goat weed in my pre-workout, in my hydro flask. Getting turfed as hell. I'd rather actually go to hell. Tux, we kindred spirits, homie. You felt that, huh, when I said that? You felt that. Nah, and then Space goes, gotta realize there's more bad bitches out there. Yeah, there are. There are. I think it's just people have different perspectives, you know? It's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Even if I know what I'm getting into and I know it's not going to work out and I tell her it's not going to work out and she were to still leave me, I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking pissed. Personally, bro. You got to fucking stay with me regardless. I want you to see the light in me that I don't even see in myself. You know? And if that's not the case, then shit, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be thinking that. I'm like, damn, she didn't see nothing in me to want to stick around, even if I told her that I wasn't no good. You know, even if I tell you I ain't no good, like, shit, you better still try to find something in me to stick around. Don't just believe it. That get turfed. Tux was so real. He goes, getting turfed as hell. I'd rather actually go to hell. It's like, bro, getting turfed ain't fucking fun at all, Tux. Space Kid says, especially when traveling. Well, you know, when traveling is one thing, Space Kid. That's almost a whole nother thing. I can feel you on the traveling part. But it's like, you know, in town, a whole nother story. When she lived 15 minutes away from you, it's a whole nother story, homie. It's like you could be cracking right now, but she getting cracked by someone else. It's crazy. Cupcake goes, Psalm 14:1. The fool says in his heart, quote, there is no God. Tux goes, I'm not saying there's no God. I'm saying I don't know. Damn, Cupcake hitting Tux with the verses right now. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. I like wisdom and instruction, says Tux. Puss after the gym is the best. Honestly, I think you might be onto something, Jew. I think it is. Testosterone spiked, you know? Endorphins spiked. I mean, blood flow running through your veins because you got all the fucking pre-workout running through you. So, puss after the gym is the best. You can go multiple rounds too. As long as you don't go too hard in the gym, I would say you can go multiple rounds. You don't want to blow the whole load in the gym, you know? You want to hit the gym, nice little easy workout, but, you know, get a little pump going. Don't go crazy on the cardio. Don't do no sauna. Go back and clap some cheeks. Tell them Jew and Castro sent you, you know? Be like, hey, I was sent here by Jew and JC. They told me I was sent here by Jew and JC. They told me to take it easy at the gym, just a mild lift, you know, moderate cardio, no sauna. Shit, I'm here. I'm here to test out the theory. The gym theory. The after puss gym theory. I love bad bitches. That's my fucking problem. Shout out to Jew. Ain't that all of our problem? Franklin goes, I'm too competitive to be a perfect believer, but I don't throw the first parry punch. Shout out, homie. Shout out. Nobody's a perfect believer. Right, bitch, you better fight to keep me even if I dump you. I mean, come on now. Come on, Tux. It really ain't that hard, right, homie? It really ain't that hard. It's like I get to move on first. And you know, even if I ain't shit, you better find the goodness in me. You better find the goodness in me. You better tell me what the parts that are good about me that I don't even realize yet. You know, and if you don't, then shit, you're gonna piss me off. You know? But yeah, me being like, oh yeah, I ain't no good, you know what I mean? I ain't no good. It's like shit, that's not telling you to fucking dip. You know, I'm just talking my shit. You better, you know, when I say I ain't no good, I want you to be like, nah, nah, nah. I see the goodness in you. You got a lot of potential, you know, and start, you know, talking that good shit. That's what I want to hear. Also a party animal. What pre you take might have some rhino pill ingredients in there you don't know about. I take Gorilla Mind or Gorilla Mode. Space Kid says losing the close sneaky link is a canon. I mean, bro, it's the same as losing like your girl. You know, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It might actually be worse because a sneaky link is like a certain level of a category of understanding amongst you two that's just like unable to replicate. You know, if you can be on a locked in, you know, if you can be with a close sneaky link, I mean, you guys got to be just like on the same page about a lot of things to have a close sneaky link. In my you know, that's what I'll just say. But yeah, losing the close sneaky link might actually be worse because it's like, damn, you really get me. You really get me in this state, you know, this taboo state, you know, you with me in this taboo state. Because the normal state is to, you know, get with someone, get in a relationship, start sharing your life, blah blah blah. You know, that's normal. If you got a sneaky link though who sticks around, it's kind of like, damn, you know, this is a unicorn. This is that golden retriever I was talking about, you know? And I'm that 101 Dalmatian. Shout out Blueface. Thank God for age. Blow the whole load in the gym. No Diddy, Space Kid. No Diddy. What are you taking for pre-workout? Meth? Why are you getting bricked? Bro, I'm taking gorilla mode and I don't know, homie. I don't know. The pre-workouts have always got me bricked. Not literally bricked. I don't actually get hard, but I get horny. I used to identify as sober man. That never lasted. You used to identify as sober? Yeah, me too a little bit. I don't like the sober thing. Combo number 3, I always called it smoke, drink, food. I mean, that sounds good to me. There was a study when your sports team wins, you get more sexual energy. Prob same when your favorite fighter gets a crisp KO. Tony, that's some of the gayest shit I heard all night. Tony, you better not be getting more sexually energized by seeing 2 dudes in underwear going at it. That's insane. Now, if you make a bag off a bet, okay, I could understand. Alex better get this win than Tony. Drew's gonna be bricked up when Alex wins is crazy. Yo, Perry, you got Strickland or Chimaev for 328? I got Strickland. I'm just biased, though. I got Strickland. Clapping cheeks for Poeton. No, I mean close, like not live too far. Oh, I got you. I got you. Two meanings. You know, they close, but then they also become close, Space Kid. You feel me? Double entendre. They close, but then they become close. Because they close, then they become close. That would be called a friend with benefits. Exactly, buyer seller, exactly. But I mean, it's hard to lock in a friend with benefits. You ever, you ever try? It ain't easy. That's what I'm saying. It's harder, actually. It's actually kind of harder. Get like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 with a heart of gold. I'm telling you, the hot ones ain't worth the maintenance and they will turf you to death if it doesn't work out. Okay, so I'm actually going to disagree with Tux a little bit on this one. I would say if you're going for the chicks with the fake boobs, the big ass, like all that shit, like the fake hair color, if you're going for those girls, yeah, you're fucked. You're actually fucked. But if you go for a hot ass girl who's like natural, like, I think that's probably the best move. I don't think going for a 6 or a 10 or a 7 out of 10 is the best because you're not going to want to fuck her, 10 years from now. You're just not, bro. She's going to get older. And as we already know, women, once they reach like 30, they're fucked. Past 25, they're already getting, it's already the downfall past 25. I would say to Tux's point, try to find a wholesome, beautiful girl. That's what it's all about. A wholesome, beautiful girl, because she's not going to give you maintenance. She's not going to turf you to death. She wholesome and she a beautiful girl, so I would say something like that. Also, race does matter. Race does matter, and people are gonna, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, this is what you like. But it's like, the Asian race, in my opinion, is probably one of the better ones to date. Overall, bro. They're just better off in general. More family values, more loyal, but don't go for all the ABGs who be going to the raves and, with tattoos and shit. You got to go for a modest Asian chick, who got a good home life. Like, I do think that that's probably the better bet, and just to contrast it, I mean, the black community says that they don't even claim they're women. Why you think so many UFC fighters are dating snow bunnies? The top brother of the UFC, Joaquin Buckley, won't admit it. But, I'm here to tell you that, black men, they historically don't like black women because they say that, they're never at peace. And I'm just saying, get a beautiful black woman, you're probably never going to be at peace. Get a beautiful, modest, natural Asian woman, you're probably going to always be at peace, and you're probably going to want to fuck her when you guys are 50. I think that's the secret right there. I just cracked the code. I cracked the code. Me. JC, I cracked the code. On some Dan Hooker shit. Nah, never Dan Hooker shit. Never Dan Hooker shit. He be on some crazy shit. But we can't do that. Too much ego. What are you worth without a bad bitch? I mean, not much, Tux. You're really not worth much without a bad bitch. Come on, tell me I'm fucking lying. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. You want me to sit here and be like, oh yeah, you're still something without a bad bitch. No, you ain't shit without a bad bitch. You ain't shit without a bad bitch. Yeah. What do you want me to say? Oh, nah, it's chill. It's chill. You still him? You still him? Nah, you not him without a bad bitch. We got too much ego. It's all ego, homie. It's all ego. Come on. It's all ego, Tux. The eternal struggle. Shit, it's not even like, it's like you're gonna be telling yourself that, you're gonna be seeing some dude with a hot bitch and you're gonna be like, damn, who I got over here? Damn, shit. She not bad. I want that baddie. So it's like, what's up, Jacob and crew? What up, AD? What's poppin', AD kid? I feel like been a minute, homie. Has it not? Or maybe you just been a bit quiet. Oh, okay, AD goes, last week had to work out of the house and couldn't see the streams. I got you, homie. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's been a little minute, but good to see you in here. Good to see you in here. I be keeping tabs. You guys think I don't keep tabs. You guys think I don't notice you. Well, now you know. Perry is black pill. I see all those narratives coming from the black community. Jacob saw part of your stream on the UFC and all Act. Okay, got you, AD. Well, shit. Welcome back, homie. Cupcake goes, I'm going Strickland too. LFG Strickland. Tony. Tyler says Strickland. Let's go. Let's go. Cupcake goes, as long as they don't nerf Sean. Jew goes, the rant's about to go crazy too. Not for real. Yeah, we rocking with Sean. Looks like the whole chat rocking with Sean. Why not, bro? Why not? Only good thing I ever did for society is not sleep around, and Dev could have. Franklin, that's definitely a good thing you did for society. That's what I was explaining last night. Honestly, you know, that is the best move. Space Kid says, bro, I'll say find a rich girl, fuck that. I mean, a rich girl is definitely good too. Which no such thing as a dime. I mean, there's pretty close, Franklin. Wholesome / virtuous is number one. It's number one. But she also got to be beautiful. She could be as wholesome and virtuous as she wants. If she's not beautiful, my attraction is gonna go away. They be the ones that don't need a smash for a bag. That's true, Space Kid. And are unimpressed by the shit we find. I mean, just take Megan Clay stuff as example as for the black community. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, Space Kid. She was insufferable. I love ABGs. I love THC. Chief Keef. Damn, did he really say that? Did he really say that, Tony? That's a solid ass bar right there. It was my first Asian, says buyer seller. Jacob, got to see the podcast with Robert Drysdale. Dude got some good history on BJJ. Okay. All right. We'll check that out, AD. AD, you came into a crazy convo. We just talking about chicks mostly this whole stream. Man, greedy though, bro. We can have a bad one and still want some puss on the side. It's true, Jew. It's true. It's true. It's true. Filipino girls is bomb as fuck. Yep. Filipino girls are beautiful. Filipino girls are beautiful. Bro cracked the source code. He's literally the one. Thank you, Tux. I did crack the code. I feel like I did crack the code on that one. And I'll even crack more of the code right now. Because Juice says, men greedy though, bro. We can have a bad one and still want some puss on the side. No, it's true. It's true. But here's what they don't tell you. You know, you got your girl. You got a bad one. You still want some on the side. Imagine after you get that side puss. If you wanted side puss with your girl before you got it, right? If you got a baddie and you still wanted side puss, imagine how much less you're going to want your baddie that you already had after you get that side puss. You know, so just food for thought. You think that like, oh, you know, I'm just going to go back to my baddie after I get the side puss. Not that easy. You know, it takes some mental fortitude. You know, just think about the concept. You know, you're already not as interested, even though she a baddie, because you want this other baddie. You get with this other baddie, your girl probably going to be less good looking to you now. You know, she's probably going to be a little bit less good looking to you than she was before. And so now you just created another set of problems, because if you're going to stay with her, you know, everything you got to go through with that. So that whole puss on the side thing, people make it seem chill. I don't think it's that chill. More cracking of the code. We cracking the code today. Because I know a lot of you boys are going to want to do shit like that. And it's just like, let me just, you know, let me just crack the code for you so you know what you're getting yourself into. It's like, go ahead and do it. You know, but I'm going to tell you, you know, what I imagine it to be. That ain't true. I had some gorgeous and chill black girlfriends. You just don't want someone hood any race. Are you still with them though, Cupcake, or not? Did it work out with them? I'm trolling you, Cupcake, because obviously I assume it didn't work out with them. So I was gonna be like, well then shit, they weren't chill enough. They weren't gorgeous enough. Found this Asian SMR food girl recently on YouTube. She doesn't talk. Pure bliss. I had to tip her. Shit. Shout out to Franklin. I'm sure she's a great girl. Dan Franklin goes, my ego won't even allow me to get a bad bitch. Yes, I'm like that feminine ass Scorpio sign. She wins if she gets me. Won't allow a win over my head. Damn. Damn, so Franklin really out here just like flipping the script. That's what I got from Franklin. He flipping the script. He the catch. All right, Franklin. I kind of like it. I think men need to flip the script. I think women flip the script on us, and we got to flip it back on them. Seen any Walmart hoes lately? Nah, Walmart not been hitting too much, Tony, to be honest with you. Walmart not been hitting too much. That was a solid line, though, when I dropped that. I'm like, you guys finna see some baddies in Walmart in short shorts and slippers. You guys were eating that shit up. No, I haven't seen no baddies in Walmart, though. It's okay. They'll be there. They'll be there. They're always in there. Yeah, I could never settle on one, so why even bother? But I'm injured right now, so none of this coming into play into current form. I got you. Never mind. He spelled out BAGS, not ABGs in the song Bag off of Leak 8. Ah, okay. Thanks for the context, Tony. Because if that was a Chief Keef song, I'd be having to blast that. No, I'm not with them because I was a player with a lust that couldn't be quenched, so I cheated. Ah, so Cupcake, it seems like you were in the same boat as a lot of us men, and almost that helped you find God, maybe. You know? You went through the same problems. You know, you just speaking from experience, but it's not to say that you never went through the same problems. It sounds like you went through the same similar path a lot of us men have. You know? And that was what propelled you. If I could guess. Lust is never quenched, the flesh is never full. Yeah, you work at Walmart and it doesn't hit as much. You in there too much then, huh, Space Kid? Oh, you work at Walmart. Space Kid says, yeah, I work at Walmart and it doesn't hit as much. I feel you. I feel you. The last girl I actually liked bumped her tits into me at work in the kitchen. Meanwhile, had 7-year boyfriend. She ended up marrying him. That was 10 years ago. Damn, did you get with her at all, Franklin, or she just banged her tits into you for the one time? That's the battle, Cupcake. Nah, that is the battle. Lust is never quenched. The flesh is never full. It's true. Best not to have no side chicks unless you're ready for the drama, and you might lose interest in your main girl. Ultimately, you could lose both ladies. Not worth it. AD. AD. Yeah. No, that's why I said it takes some serious mental fortitude. If you're gonna do that shit, just know, like, you better be some different type of dude. You know, you gotta be a different type of dude. If you think you're a different type of dude, okay. You know what I mean? You might be able to handle it. But I'm just saying, like, that ain't for your average dude. And they make it seem like it is. But shit, Joe Piper ain't your average dude. You know what I mean? He was out here about to off himself over doing that. If she cheat on him, she cheat on me. Over relationships after that. No, completely turned me off. Okay, I got you, Franklin. But you really liked her. That's all right. Sometimes you can't control it. Cupcake goes, yes, I was Perry. Okay, Cupcake. See, so Cupcake knows me. Cupcake knows me. Tony says, was talking to my one buddy that works at Walmart, and he was saying, hella bitches here today, come through. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Because, like, Walmart got a lot of the cheap supplies, you know? A lot of the baddies like to go to Walmart to go get their, like, little shampoos and shit like that. Their little kitchen trinkets. There's a lot of reasons for a baddie to go in there. She could be getting groceries. She could be getting kitchen trinkets. She could be shopping for the bathroom. You know, she could be getting a new desk, a new fan. She could be printing out photos. So, I mean, come on. There's always baddies in Walmart. Sounds funny, but there are always some baddies in Walmart. Franklin goes LMAO Buckley Pfeiffer. LMAO Pfeiffer with an F is all time. All time. Pfeiffer with an F is all time, Franklin. All time. Did actually like her somehow? Yeah, LOL. Nah, I know. I know. All right, boys. Everybody's still in here. We got 20 people just kicking it. Let's finish this training footage, I guess, and then I'll probably hop off soon. It's 12:10. Andrew says roll up. I can smoke a bowl before we dip out of here. I don't got no papers or else I would roll up. Shout out to Andrew though. You guys like the vibes when we be smoking on stream? Tony says when I worked at Walmart, one guy would go onto the floor and he would come back like some bad bitch on the floor with the biggest ass. I don't know what it is about Walmart, bro. I don't know what it is about Walmart. But they got a lot of bad bitches. Roll up, my boy. All right, let's smoke a bowl on stream. Let's do it. Actually, I was planning on doing it anyways. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna piss too. I'm gonna piss and then I'm gonna smoke a bowl. I feel like we've entered a new era on streams. Roll up doobie boners. Super Bowl depitted. Jacksonite. Jacksonatine. Shout out Jacksonatine for dropping in. No, we've entered a new era though. This is like we've I was thinking about this in the shower. Shout out Andrew for dropping 100 jewels. 6'7" for 67 jewels. Shout out, homie. Thank you very much for the jewels. Who y'all see going to the Super Bowl this year? Shit, I'm not even good with football. I'm just UFC. I think Seahawks again. Probably. I mean, I would say Chiefs. What team Patrick Mahomes on? I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes. No, but I was gonna say we're entering a new era of the stream. I know that I was kind of consistent with myself or whatever you want to call it, like my personality, right? I was kind of consistent for like the last 6 months or something, but there's a bit of a shift. There's a bit of a shift. So now, as time goes on, we go through different phases. So I think, this phase is a bit different. In fact, maybe we should just call it the JC phase. You know, this could be this is the JC phase. But yeah, you know, smoking bowls on stream. I mean, this was not early 2026 in the bingo card. This was not in my bingo card for early 26, but like I said, we in a phase. We entering a new era. You guys know how Lush was in his crash out era, his druggy era. It's the likes of this right now, you know. This is just a different era. I don't know if you guys get that. Lush still in that era. He is still in that era. He is still in that era. He in the middle of it right now. Space Kid dropping some burning Kush sense, it looks like. Not Lush in that era right now. Bro, I was watching the Adam 22 and Whack 100 episode today. And like, bro, I watched it for like an hour and a half and Moose Man still didn't come on that bitch. I don't know when it's happening. But I got to go finish the Adam 22 podcast after this stream. Oh, I was going to play you guys. Can we get the vibes going? Bong rips. 100% bong rips, homie. Him, what's poppin'? What's poppin', big dog? You finally made it in a stream. I've been seeing you commenting saying, oh, I missed it. I missed it. Well, here you are. Ronan making a video about Henry Cejudo in the Big 26. Ain't nobody pressed about Cejudo. I think they filmed 2 that day and just premiered the first one. Oh. So they clickbaited me. I'm literally only watching the Adam and Wax show this week. I mean, not only, I always watch it. But I'm like watching it till the end. You can watch it if you get the whack pack, but I ain't trying to give in. No, I ain't getting the whack pack. Damn, so they're clickbaiting. I was gonna watch the whole episode. I'm not gonna watch it anymore. I'm just gonna say this now. If you guys don't like YoungBoy, shit, I'm sorry. We're gonna play a new YoungBoy song I've been playing. Unreleased. We only pretty much play unreleased YoungBoy. No, it's not on here. We got to go to SoundCloud. I go by YoungBoy. Yeah, that's Free D-Dog. Free D-Dog, Tony M. That's the song you're referring to. Wait, I got to sign in. Hold on, you guys. I don't even know if I know this shit. I'm going to try right now. I need to know the email, though. Okay, I think I know it. Damn, I don't got my password. All right. We'll figure something else out. Let's do some Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
A little oldie, unreleased Playboy Cardi. Space Kid, you knew you always fuck with me, homie. Come on now. Space Kid says, shit, I knew I fuck with Perry. This is the type of song that makes me want to fuck a bad bitch, boys. Better than Hotel Lobby by Migos, but similar vibe. Yeah, that one's a fucking banger. That one's a fucking banger. Let's try to do another one. Let's try to do shit. I really wanted to play that one song by Youngboy. Let me just Google it. I might even rip another bowl just for the hell of it. Murder Me One. Yeah, it's on SoundCloud. Can I just play this without signing in? Yeah, let's run it. Let's run it. Listen to this one. Tell me what you guys think of this one.
Welcome to Young Boy Church service. Dracos and the Glocks in your tracks. Time for us to get to that money. I want 100 mil liquid. I want a lemonade. Mix with drink and it's simply. I'm gon' lean a day. I want a 30 in my glizzy. Ain't got time to waste. Ain't got time to play. Okay, I'm concentrated. Going to drill with the shoe with no laces. I bought a welcome, you know that I face. I'm gonna take that boy so and I better the place. And I plan on not leaving no evidence traces. 50K she's a piece, I had to lay on top of my baby. Walking talkies in the ippies is running with me, so I had to want slay shit. I wore that paint on my face like a rock star. I'm steady popping that shit like a rap star. Mama, I did it about time that I think so. I'm in that whip and say I ain't it's the part. Started creating and know that I finished the wall. I was in prison just sitting behind the bar.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell if this was like a summer vibe or what, but I kind of feel summer from this like Young Boy's summer vibe song or something. He about to drop a summer album. This got a little summer vibe to it. Let's switch it up. Some more unreleased Youngboy. This one, hey, I'm really on my shit with this one. Look how on my shit I am with this one. I be listening to the unreleased Youngboy with 955 views. I be listening to that unreleased Youngboy with sub 1K views, all right? Listen to this banger. If you don't like this banger, shit. I don't be disappointed, but this is a banger. All right, ready? Mr. Crazy.
Look at this.
Full volume.
They mad as hell. Mr. Crazy. 20 wheel park, which one I'm taking? That's the question. Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, Billy, foreign car collection. How about dripping, VV's hitting? Watch how all these people stuff. Money long, I'm moving different, I don't play it fair. Mason got about 10 rooms, I ain't never stepped inside. But I bought it just because I can't let them talk about my pride. Shot a billion for my number, told her get in line. I got so many on my roster, switching data, by design. I've been watching from a distance, scared to put up on that. Cause they know if things get heavy, we gon' handle that. Stay protected everywhere I go, even when I'm in the booth. Young one living crazy, but I'm speaking on the truth. Man, my driveway look like a whole street. I ain't lame no more. Great place, crazy. There go Mr. Crazy. Got my protection on me, but I don't think that you gon' play me. Baby, you won't have my baby. Spent 100 bands last night, woke up, did it all again. Bought my mama a new crib, bought my brothers all new Benz. They was doubting when I struggled, now they met them getting rich. But I ain't thinking about them people, I'm just calling up this group. Started moving on me head, I'm throwing racks, she going crazy. Different city, every weekend, different woman, never lazy. Pull up, hop out, all eyes on it. They know I'm him, diamonds dancing in the light. Yeah, that's VV's on every limb. So I don't get done, we won't do no caping here. My young ones ready, waiting on me to say it's clear. Mr. Crazy, how I'm moving, reckless, but I'm winning out. Made $1 million off my pain, now I'm flexing on these folks. Like a whole street, I ain't lame no more. Great place, crazy, they go Mr. Crazy. Got my protection on me, but I don't think that you gon' play me. Baby, you won't have my baby. Cuban link, petite froze. Risk costs more than you advance. Money tall as hell, I'm stacking paper while you out here taking chance. She want Birkin, I bought 3. Told her pick a favorite color. Other women mad as hell, cause they ain't getting what she got, that's tough. Riding through my city like I own it, cause I basically do real estate, businesses, investments, y'all won't really move. They can't touch me when I'm mad financially or physically. Try me if you want, but Mr. Crazy ain't no mystery. Mr. Crazy, it's like from the bottom.
All right, I'm faded now. Tony says, what do you think of AI rap like AI Keef, AI TK? Personally, making an AI version to an unreleased track that the audio fucked up is cool. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I've listened to like AI Youngboy and not the album, like actual AI Youngboy. I probably have. Some of these songs are probably AI. I mean, this one could maybe be. I don't know. I think this is unreleased though. They do it a lot of early Chief Keef unreleased tracks. I don't think it's bad, Tony. I'd have to hear it. You got a suggestion? Other than that, that'll probably be the stream. Heard a nice ludicrous AI. Only AI I've heard though. Something like I'm back. Okay. Doritos Day, Face 2013. Shit. That AI music shit low-key crazy. Yeah, I don't think that's the AI is bad, TBH. Doritos Day, The Face 2013. Are these songs? That could be a rapper, AI Youngboy. That's Youngboy's album name. He got like 3 of them. AI Youngboy 1, 2, and I think he got another one on the way. That's his album name. AI Youngboy goes hard because it's like AI, Allen Iverson. AI Youngboy. 21 Savage. Yep, 21 Savage is good. Okay, let's hear an AI Chief Keef. An AI with 2 murder charges. Let's hear this one with Chief Keef.
Dirty Labs, Dirty Labs, Dirty Labs.
Free the drummer. Free the drummer. Free the drummer. Free the drummer.
They go with that shit. Why I wanna roll be away? I need shit on fit away. The yellow green God just to blow up big old white and dogs. And all the nights of water garden, no one's in no way. I'm getting all cheese every day, no real man. Roll be away. I need shit like fit away. The yellow green God just to blow up big old white and dogs. And all the nights of water garden, no one's in no way. You know you get a lot of shit every day on real. Tell me how you feel, I know I'm no. I'm not you girl, I'm now tired of house and smell. You know, I want business what they won't give me so. Just make it trusting them so long so. Now I'm host like this will come.
It's actually not bad. It's not bad, but I wish they would have released like the real version of this. It would have been a fucking banger. Because you can't really tell what he's saying, but it's pretty good. All right, boys. That's going to be the stream, 12:30 a.m. Shout out to all the boys watching. Shout out to Tux for the donos. Thank you to who else? Cupcake for the donos. Thank you to Space Gift for the donos. Thank you to Jew for the donos. I'm faded. I am faded. I just smoked 2 bowls to the straight dome. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna dip out. Unless you guys, I mean, you guys got more to say. Let's see. What a stream, oh man. Yeah, I think it's time to dip. Feel like Uzi would go hard on this. Yeah, I think like Uzi, even like if you guys fuck with YNW Melly, I think he got some unreleased shit that needs to be like remastered. Also, I don't know if there are any, but XXX Tentacion, he might have some good unreleased AI music because he got a lot of unmastered shit or like shit that need to be remastered, however you say it. W show. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to everybody. Thank you to everybody for the donos. Let me shout out the streets while I'm faded as fuck and also cold all of a sudden. All right. Shout out to Franklin. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tyler Betts. Shout out to Space Kid. Shout out to... All right, let me compose myself real quick. Shout out to Useless. Shout out to Jew. Shout out to him. Shout out to Jack Sonatine. Shout out Andrew Nance. Shout out Cupcake. Thank you for the donos. AD Kid. Shout out Tony M. Shout out Tony Sal. Buyer Seller, shout out. Tuxedo, shout out. All right. All right, let me get off of here. I'm tripping. All right, boys, I will see you all tomorrow. It's pretty much all you guys anyway. Shout out Perfecto if you're in here. Shout out to like Otto, Dundaughter. Shout out to, I'm scrolling, it's all you guys. All the same people I already shouted. All right, we're at the top. No more. All right, peace out, boys. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Thank you for all the donos. This might be a record stream, by the way, for donos. I must say that. You know, this is a record stream for donos, so thank you, boys. I'm going to just tell you guys that now. I think it's a record stream. All right, peace out, everybody. I will see you guys all tomorrow.